Time now for the All-State Hometown High School Football Game of the Week. Good evening, everyone. Brought to you by Jim Twiggs. This is Lee Riley along with Gary Littell as we're at Kenton Ridge High School, and Kenton Ridge is hosting the Mechanicsburg Indians. You know, one great thing about week number one, Gary, is that both teams are undefeated and both are in first place in their league. This year, the Indians lose a senior class who had won the most games of all time with 43 victories. But this year's senior class could go one game better than that if they come up with 12 wins. It all has to start tonight for them to become the winningest in history of the school. Now, the one thing about Mechanicsburg football over the years is they just reload. They just never rebuild. They just reload. And this year's Indians have 8 starters on offense and defense. And according to 9-year head coach Kurt Forrest, this is one of the more talented groups across the board, and only time will tell. On offense, the Indians will use a variety of formations that include 1 or 2 backs or no back sets. And they would like to be balanced as possible. And Coach Forrest said, don't be shocked if you see a couple of different quarterbacks tonight. On defense, they're going to have the potential to be one of the most athletic defenses that has ever been on the field for Mechanicsburg. Well, that's saying something. So the defense will be very aggressive, and also in the words of Kurt Forrest, last year's team featured many freshmen and sophomores, and they are back. And let us check it out. Our keys to the game, Gary Littell, brought to you by Dave Gale Chevrolet.
For the Mechanicsburg Indians, you got to look for a balanced attack on offense. More passing production from them. They're used to rushing and rushing and rushing. And they got to keep up with the defense.
Also, we need to know a couple of players that we should be watching for the Mechanicsburg Indians.
Well, the one that you really want to watch is number 22 right there on your screen, Joey Muscadre. He's a senior. He averaged 6.4 yards rushing and 628 yards receiving. Now, the other guy is a freshman, brand new, 33, Jake Hurst. He's going to continue to be very aggressive and under control at linebacker.
Got the Kenton Ridge Cougars, led by Joe Murata. It's hard to believe, but he's got like 18, 19 years of coaching. 16 of those have been here at the helm of the Cougars. Now, for the Cougars, they would love to get the old monkey off their back.
They got to get strong here, Lee, with a strong defense. They got to protect Dylan Lehman. Underclassmen have to become leaders, and they got little tricks in their sleeves there tonight.
And, of course, the keys to victory brought to you by Dave Gale Chevrolet. Let's take a look at our players to be watching out for tonight for Kenton Ridge.
Number 11 is going to be Dylan Lehman. He's the junior, running and passing. Should lead the way here at quarterback. Last year, about 2,700 yards, 24 touchdowns last season. And the running back that you want to watch out for, too, is the younger one of the brothers, Jared Armstrong. And he's a senior linebacker, 34 tackles, 2 sacks last season. But you're going to watch. He's going to be split out a little bit. He's going to get the ball, and he can fly.
Let's check out our game forecast as well. The forecast and the temperature brought to you by Houck Brothers. With colder weather on the way, time to get your heating system checked. Gary. Almost a perfect night for football, Mr. Littell.
Well, if the temperature is 74 degrees out there and the wind's going to be out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour, chance of precipitation 0. We're under somewhat semi-cloudy skies tonight.
Not a bad night at all on our forecast. And game time temperature been brought to you by Houck Brothers. Also, there is something else that we want you to take a look at, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on Twitter. Just go to the page, www.localtvforme.com, and we want you to participate in this online survey on who you think our Game of the Week winner is going to be. And the way we're looking at it right now, 70% of you said Kenton Ridge, 30% for Mechanicsburg.
And you can do that each and every week.
And you can start tomorrow, as a matter of fact, if you want, okay? More of the pregame and the opening kickoff and more coming your way right here on Local TV for Me, Sports Network. And we are back here at Kenton Ridge High School. That's where we're at, as the Cougars are going to be hosting the Mechanicsburg Indians. And well, the teams are just about ready to head out onto the field. Well, the excitement sure is building for the first game. Here come the Mechanicsburg Indians. And this is the ball club, Gary, we had talked about earlier. They just keep rebuilding and reloading.
I was talking to Coach Forrest down on the field right before the game, and I said, what do you got in store for me? And he goes, I always have something in store for you, Gary. We got some surprises coming tonight. And we talked about, moving that ball around. And when you have players like Muscadre, people key on him. On the other side, when you have players like, look at Dybert. He's on the cover of the magazine. People are going to key on him. The other players have to slip in there and pick it up.
Well, but the guy that starts it all off for Kenton Ridge is Lehman. And Lehman is just going to be, well, we'll see. We'll see. It all starts tonight, and that's the good thing. There's going to be a lot of nerves. And I don't know if you've noticed, you did some football already this year, Gary, but the mistakes just seem to come with that first ball game.
Well, in the first ball game, you got to remember there's all those jitters and all those expectations. You've had those 2-a-days,
yes.
And all of a sudden, there you are, and you're okay a little bit before the game, but once you hear that thump of the ball the foot hit the ball, then the adrenaline takes over, the butterflies, and you're playing football.
And you seem to forget about everything that's going on. I mean, you and I
it's
played
easy
back
to
before
say.
dirt.
It's easy for us to say up here now in the booth, but that's all of these kids. And what's kind of funny, here we go.
Here we go. Here they come. Here come the Kenton Ridge Cougars, the homestanding Cougars, right across the field from us. Here they come through the Cougar. They're ready to. To be honest, if I was one of the coaches, I'd just clear out and let the kids come out.
Well, look who the head coach is there. That's Joe Murata, and he's really thought of about by his players. They've really bought into it. And by the way, this is Chuck Foss night here at Kenton Ridge, former principal, and he's up here in the press box with us. Here come the Cougars.
Come the Cougars, and being let out onto the field. There's their banner for the Cougars, and we're just about ready to go for football. But just had the opening kickoff, Gary. Let's check on the officials. Brought to you by the Greater Ohio Eye Surgeons. We're seeing is believing. And who's going to be the men in stripes tonight?
Well, the guy you want to keep your eye on tonight is the referee. That's Rob Brammer. The umpire is Chris Myers. The line judge is Mike Radar. Head linesman Aaron Braylow. And the back judge is Dave Newman. The guy in the white hat is going to be making the calls.
Right there. He'll be making all the calls for you. Eyes on the officials have been brought to you by Doctors Larry Fish, Gary Lau, Scott Stork, and Sam Gallo. And give them a call, 800-638-2034. We're seeing is believing. And there's the number we may be seeing a lot of tonight, Gary.
Yeah, that's Muscadre. Now, you got to remember, he's going to be back there receiving the ball. And for Kenton Ridge, this is something you got to watch. Look at number 22, Muscadre. And he's a senior, and he's not very big, but he is pretty darn quick. One of the things you got to look for is who you don't want to kick the ball to. Because if you kick it to the guy that will return it 80 yards, this is going to be a really quick score.
Well, you also got Mark DeLong back there as well on the far side of the field as you're looking at the screen. And finally getting some last-minute instructions is the kickoff team from the Kenton Ridge Cougars, and we are just about ready to go as football action basically starting all over the area, all over the Buckeye State tonight.
Number 28, Calvin Dybert, is out there to kick off for the Kenton Ridge Cougars.
Well, he does it all, doesn't he? And Calvin, I kind of went, he's what, a junior?
He just started playing football in the 8th grade. They won the CBC in the 8th grade.
No.
Under Coach Perkins, who's right down the couple chairs, the big chairs down from us here.
Oh, they get the big chairs, huh? And Gary and I are sitting on a couple of stools. So Dybert's ready to go. DeLong and Muscadre.
Football Friday is almost underway. Here we go.
And let's see if they do a little pooch kick here. keep it away from those guys. Let it roll around here for a while.
Well, we know Springfield like to do that onside
Yes.
kick every time they kicked off.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, that's a little different as far as Mechanicsburg is concerned. They've got 2 on this side, 2 on the far side, and then 2 back about 10 yards.
And there's no man's land right in the middle.
Yeah, there is no man's land right there.
Well, let's see. Here we go, guys. It's the band.
But everybody is just kind of chomping at the bits here.
Well, we're waiting for the band. The band is on the field.
Yell at him. Tell him to hurry up.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is about football.
Well, for now, and then at halftime, it's about you.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing on the band field, right? Yeah. All right.
Well, let's see who gets it. You know, another player that just might get it could be Jake
There's
Hurst.
a great
There
kick.
it is. That is right. Line drive. DeLong drops it, and it goes into the end zone. Boy, if he could have caught that, he may have gotten some yardage, but he just couldn't handle it.
It was better that he didn't catch it.
Yeah, it really was. Because that defense was down there quickly, Gary.
First and 10 from their own 20.
So first down, 10 yards to go. Ball is at the 20-yard line. And Mechanicsburg, we'll see. They said they're going to have a variation of 2 backs and no backs as they break the huddle.
And there you go.
They're going to start with no backs. Yeah.
There you go in the shotgun.
In the shotgun. Quarterback Logan Hurst will be starting it. And the reason I say that is simply because Coach Forrest said they may use 2 quarterbacks tonight and maybe throughout the year. Here comes Hurst. He's sweeping this side. Boy, he found a nice little hole. And as soon as he found that, Gary, something you don't see a lot of backs do, they'll kind of just go slow, but he jutted real quickly through that.
Dybert in on that tackle coming in there. Calvin Dybert, who just kicked off. He's going to be playing safety tonight because of the injury due to Drew Miller, which happened in the scrimmage, kind of a pointless thing to have happen. He's out for several weeks. But great kid, Drew Miller. He'll be back, and he's really going to be something. Drew, I talked to him over the summer and watched him play a little bit. Talked to him about keeping his eye on the quarterback. He did a great job.
And he was smiling and had himself a good time. In at quarterback now will be Aaron Conley. So what Coach Forrest said, you may see 2 quarterbacks tonight. Here it is, second play, and we've got a flag, and I believe that's going to be too much time. Yeah, too much time on that. As running in was Aaron Conley, and he's a freshman. He's a freshman, and let's see who's coming back in. Coming back in is Logan Hurst. Logan, the junior. So we shall see. Delay of game. So what was a first and 10, or first and what about 3 or 4 yards to go? Add 5 to that, and boy, that hurts. That hurts any time of the year, and of course, being early in the season. Handoff, Muscatri. Boy, he just spurted through there, and like that, he's got himself a first down.
Yeah, really nice tackle coming up on that is number 54. And he's got to make that shot. And that number 54 is Luke Meesey. He's the senior. And he came right in that hole and filled it up and covered up pretty well.
Boy, this is kind of like what you used to see with the old Cleveland Browns, the messenger guards. Looks like the messenger quarterbacks are going to take place for Mechanicsburg. And in there again, he had 1 play, but that was too much time. Aaron Conley. First and 10, and now whistle comes from across the field.
Conley's still in there.
Yeah, it looks like Kurt Forrest wanted a timeout. Mechanicsburg is going to get a timeout. And Gary, what do you say we talk about something here that has become a big thing, and that, of course, is our IH Credit Union, our Athlete of the Week.
All you have to do is log on to our website, localtvforme.com, and you can nominate an Athlete of the Week. All you do is click right at the top of the icon. Go ahead, type in your information, and then throughout the week, people will nominate whether they want that to be the Athlete of the Week. So it's a great thing to do, localtvforme.com. And you can check out our entire website. Go to that website to find out how to kick it up there to the YouTube for the night's game.
Yes. And that's something that is going to be nice all year long. You could be leaving the stadium, get in your back seat, have your phone, and go, oh.
Or lying on the beach in Florida. Grandparents can watch it from there.
Well, you know what? They could, but they wouldn't be in their car driving home from the game.
No, but they'd be on the beach in Florida watching it on YouTube.
Hurst back in there. Conley sits down. There's the snap. Sweeping the left side as Hurst looks back behind him, and that was kind of funny because he looked behind him, and as soon as he did, there were about 3 Cougars coming up on the top of him.
That's one thing that we've talked about with the Cougars in years past. They used to tackle real high, and more and more now with the safety issues with football, the coaches are really working on tackling low and wrapping them up.
And the one thing I've seen too, Gary, is gang tackling. Gang tackling, not just one person saying, "Oh, he's got him. I'm not going to worry about that." Conley back in as they send receivers wide right and left.
Magyar let down low here. Oh, Babo! Intercepted!
Just bubbled the ball, put it right into the hands. It was a handoff to Luke Meese, and Meese said, "Here I go," and ran it all the way in for the score. He got that at about the 32-yard line and took it 32 yards the other way.
Fumble recovery. That was a handoff to Meese, wasn't it?
Yeah, it basically was. Meese went, "Oh, okay." He took it the other way.
That's like trying to catch the shampoo falling in the shower.
I never do that, Gary.
You just let it hit the floor, right? Just let it hit the tub.
I'm getting too old to chase that rascal. Calvin Dybert is going to try for the extra point and to hold Andrew Good as we await something we did not expect. There it is, right through there for the extra point. And it is good. So just like that, just like that, with 2 minutes going by, it is 7-0 in favor of Kenton Ridge, who kicked off. Look at that. He's outrunning everybody and took it across for the score. Boy, that is strange. Kenton Ridge is on defense, and they come up with the first score of the day. And there he is. You saw Meese just run it. And he just kind of, when he first went for it, he just kind of looked around like, "Is that me?" All right, Kurt Forrest looks at his Chargers right now and says, "Guys, we got to put up with the good and the bad." And that was part of the bad. Let's make it good right now, as it was Conley. Well, he's got to have butterflies about that big because he's a freshman. Not so sure I would have done that. But hey, I'm not the coach.
Dybert tees it up there.
Yeah, and DeLong is on the near side of the field this time, just the opposite. And Muscadre is on the far side of the field. Well, the last time that Dybert kicked it was a line drive kick, but it was hard enough that it went right to the hands of DeLong and into the end zone for a touchback. Well, here's another nice one, too. Look at this. And DeLong this time, that's the best kickoff coverage you could have. Somebody that can add the foot to it, Gary, and kick it into the end zone.
No argument about who's going to return that. It just comes out to the 20.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, and Mechanicsburg going to try it again. And they're going to try to hand the ball off to somebody in a white uniform. And I kid about that is because the linebacker, and that being Meese, number 54 for Kenton Ridge, pretty much took that ball like a handoff and into the end zone.
Yeah, 32 yards is what we said.
Yeah, 32 yards. Logan Hurst is in the quarterback now in the shotgun. Calling out the signals. Hands it off to Muscadre. Muscadre hit that hole, and actually he did very well to get those 6 yards.
22, Joey Muscadre, the ball carrier.
So Muscadre came to this near side and kind of put on the jets a little bit to get himself a little bit of running room. And then there was that gang tackling by Kenton Ridge. And the one thing that Kenton Ridge has to do this year is I think, to get the old monkey off their back. Yes, they have strong first 5 games, and they fade a lot.
And that's also due to injury too.
Well,
as
and that's
the season goes on, but that's kind of been the tradition. I think now they're going to tiger up with the new offensive coordinator they have that came over. Look at this one going.
Muscadre hit that hole, and then nobody could get him until it got past the 40, out to about the 42-yard line. What a nice pickup. From the 26 out to the 42-yard line, where it's going to be first down. 10 yards to go for the Mechanicsburg Indians. Mechanicsburg has always had a great running game. But last year, on offense, they threw, well, basically the yardage was 2-1 in favor of the run over the passing game. One runner in the backfield, and guess who? Muscadre gets the handoff. He gets it across the 45, out to about the 46, 47-yard line. And that's another nice pickup, about 5 yards on the play for Muscadre. It's going to bring up second down. Well, where they place it right now, it's going to be like second down. Well, second down and 5 for the first down for Mechanicsburg. And I see that Connolly stand on the bench. He didn't have very good plays in there at all. Coming to this near sideline for the Mechanicsburg Indians is Keith Bebout, one of the receivers. Sweeping to the far side of the field. Boy, nice run. Nice
Props.
pickup on the play by Props.
That's a family name we've heard, huh?
Yes, a lot.
Up there in Mechanicsburg. And
Well, Props will get it right to midfield. He has to get to the 48-yard line of the Kent Ridge Cougars to pick up the first down. So it's a third down and about 2 yards to go for that first down.
I'll tell you, for Mechanicsburg, we sure miss Mr. Dave Dengie,
Oh, Dave.
who did all the stat work for them and did such a wonderful job. A big shout out to him from us.
A very big shout out. He was just wonderful. As a matter of fact, I used to kid him as sweeping, and boy, he picked that first down up on his own.
Yep, a missed tackle and he got the first.
Yeah, but I used to say, Dave, what about shoe and ring sizes? And he'd pretty much try to send those too. Just a wonderful, wonderful man.
And he'd send back the returns of the shoes that went back.
Yes, he did. And the one thing he would do too, which I thought was just absolutely wonderful, is we take a look at the replay.
Missed tackle right there.
Yeah,
at the
right
end.
there. And looked like Misi finally one of the ones that made sure that he was ushered out of bounds.
He wants the
across
ball
midfield.
back.
Yeah, he does. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball into Kenton Ridge territory right now. A little high snap in center. Muscadre gets it, sweeps the left. He gets to a certain point where somebody's ready to grab him. He puts it like in a second gear and picks up on the play about 7 yards.
Number 55 in on that tackle, Brandon Collins.
As in the ballgame, and it looks like Logan Hurst. It was a good idea, although I never think shuffling quarterbacks in there is a good idea because you just don't get the right rhythm. And it looks like they're going to be sticking with Hurst right now anyway. As Conley made it in there a couple of times, but the freshman, a little bit of butterflies, I think. Muscadre's got it again, sweeps that left side, got some running room. He may be gone. Breaks a tackle, gets down to the goal line, but did he get in? Referees are looking and looking at each other, but did he get in?
Touchdown. That's a 40-yard touchdown run.
49.
Muscadre, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I tried to see where they spotted the football, but it's going to be Gary about 42 yards. Mechanicsburg with the touchdown, because two of the officials just kept staring at each other. And then they finally called it. And into kick the extra point for the Mechanicsburg Indians will be Danny Muscadre. So the Muscadres could take care of all the scoring here for Mechanicsburg. Well, this is a quick little football team. Muscadre hit that sideline. He was gone. Kick is up. Did it make it through? It did. So, Danny Muscadre puts the dot on the I and comes up with the extra point. And it is now 7-7. This has been a pretty good ball game so far, Gary.
Well, if you watch this play, this is what you do not want to do as a defender. You do not push him from behind. You have to wrap him up. Now watch what happens.
Yeah, but look at him look. Look at him look for the blocking.
When you go down that sideline, you got to wrap them up low. But when you get pushed from behind, you pick up their momentum, and they're in the end zone.
And that's where he went for
the
score.
You got to wrap them up.
42 yards, and Muscadre is just slippery. And, boy, you get runners like that every once in a while. You just can't bring them down. So it'll be Muscadre. This will be Danny Muscadre.
Wasn't a secret who was going to get that ball, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Kept feeding him.
But he's quick. He just seems not, run that defense. So Muscadre, Danny, will be kicking the football off and back
for the first time.
Yeah, for the very first time. It looks like Andrew Good is back there, and can't catch the number even on the monitor here for the near side one.
I think it's number 15 back there is who it's going to be. It's going to be Kalen Lehman.
Andrew Good, and 31 Carson Jones.
Kalen Lehman.
And Carson Jones is back there. It's Carson and Lehman.
Lehman and Carson.
And it's going to go to Carson.
Line drive kick. This one may
out of bounds. Penalty.
Go out of bounds. So right about where it goes out of bounds. Add a few more yards to that, and that's where it'll be Kenton Ridge. And this will be their first time on the field. Local TV for me. Get connected. And you can get connected for, well, community events such as sports stories and contests and videos, Facebook, Twitter, and what's the other one? Is that Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Snappy Chat.
And YouTube. Got that link there for the game.
Yeah, YouTube especially.
I'm excited about that.
LocalTVforme.com. And that's the way it's going to be all year long. As soon as the ball game is over with, just go ahead and go to YouTube, and you'll be able to see the whole thing, even when you're leaving the stadium. Or you can call your grandparents, and they can watch you play down in Florida while they're sitting on the beach.
Not in their car on their way home.
That's right. At 11 o'clock in the evening. Listening to the waves. All right, it's going to be
what a great sound that is, huh?
First off, boy.
Real nice night here tonight. Nice breeze, cool. This is football weather. This is game number 1 for 2018 on Friday night.
And we got flags all over the place. Yeah, Dylan Lehman took the snap. He was ready to go with it, and it was a legal procedure on the Kenton Ridge Cougars. And it's going to cost them 5. But actually, we've been through, halfway through this first quarter.
6:39 left to go.
And we've only seen 2 penalties. So it'll be Kenton Ridge's ball as Lehman comes into the huddle. But I think everybody else was looking to the sideline saying, okay, we'll run that play. Wide to the right and left. Man comes in motion, then sets up on the wing to the left-hand side. And Lehman tried to carry the ball up the middle, and they said no way, and that being the defense by Mechanicsburg. So the ball is going to be right at the 30. Boy, he was just stood up. And number 60 came in there as Jaron Patterson stood him up, and then he was done for. So it's going to bring up a second down and a loss on the play of, what do we have, about 10 yards. So it's going to be second down. And about 15, lost 5 yards. Coming to this near side, a little bit of running room, eluded the first tackler, and then went
Jones,
down. Yeah, Carson Jones.
The ball carrier.
Got to be careful with that leap, though. That's what can take you out for the whole season.
It could.
They stand up and they hit that knee. It could be all she wrote.
But that's rather popular nowadays. Run down
well,
the
you
field
see it on TV.
jump.
You see it on the Xbox, and you see it on the Madden.
I can do that. Yeah.
And I'm sure that's where the Ohio State Buckeye, remember when he did the 360 spin? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Here we go.
Lehman rolls and then throws it behind him. Dybert gets the football and will bring it across the 45. That'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, first down for KR.
Well, let's see. They're going to say his knee touched.
The chains are moving.
Okay, chains are moving.
Good for Kenton Ridge, first down.
And his knee went, his knee went down. They got the right spot, too. Right just across the 45-yard line. First down. 10 yards to go for Kenton Ridge. And this is their first drive. One runner in the backfield.
Ooh.
And Jones
what a tackle by number 22 shooting in there. That was just tremendous. Joey Muscadre making that tackle.
Yeah, so he stopped. The other running back for a loss on the play. That's going to be a loss of about 4 yards on the play.
Now they got to go to the air here.
Yeah, well, they don't have to, but it's second down.
Keep your eye on number 31 here for the Cougars as they come down here. 31 is Carson Jones down here with Dybert. Carson Jones is in motion going back up the top behind his quarterback.
Then he dots the eye right behind the quarterback. Jones gets the football. Boy, found a little bit of running room and still trying to go, but that gang tackling by Mechanicsburg is just wonderful. If you're the defensive coach, you're going, yeah, that's what I taught. So he's going to pick up a few. It's going to bring up third down, but Gary, third down and about 12 yards to go for the first down.
Yeah, well, with the new coach that's in there on the calling the plays for Kenton Ridge, that's John Daniels out of Wittenberg. That line has to perform a little bit better for Kenton Ridge to make this offense work.
Yeah, because Jones just got rattled the play before that. Lehman rolling, looking out into the flat, got his man, that being good. Good at the 50. Good tries to get up to the 45. Did he get it?
No, he's going to be short by about a yard.
Okay, because he was close. He had to get right about to the 45-yard line, but it's going to be short. Yes, it is, just across the 45. So, as Gary had mentioned, yeah, it's about a yard short. Are you going to go for it? as Joel Murata goes out and talks to his Chargers. Going out wide to the right will be Andrew Good.
I think you pound it through here. I think
you do?
Pound it through.
Okay, we'll see.
And your line has to perform here, and they got to really pick up their game on this one.
One running back, or will we have that quarterback keeper? But there was no contact made.
Timeout by Murata.
Yeah, there was no contact made. He jumped, but there was no contact. And Kenton Ridge, after the whole timing was thrown off, decided, hey, that's it. We're going to call a timeout. We want WRCX TV. And we want it, we just want it on the cable. And it's got to get on the cable right now. Dish, DirecTV. You see the phone numbers. Give them a call. Say, hey, look, we want the local stuff that you promised us. And this is about as local as it gets between Gary and I and all these high school football teams and basketball teams. So, again, there are the numbers. And say, we want WRCX TV, and we want it now. Gary, I think a pretty good ball game so far for the first ball game of the year.
Yeah, and we got Dibert down here, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, number 28. And they got two wide receivers at the top. And you're looking at number 18 up there. That's Justin Peterman. And you got a man on the slot.
It's Andrew Good.
And that takes away 3 defenders, okay? And
yeah,
in the backfield, look at Meese's number 54 coming in there. Luke Meese telling him where he's going to block. And they got to go real fast here. And there he goes.
There he goes. The quarterback sneak. Quarterback keeper, draw play by the quarterback. He almost lost the football as he got down past the 35 and managed to hold on to it as he takes it inside the 30 to the 29. Boy, what a nice play. Did you see how he did it? He just took that one step, got everybody to commit, and then he took off with the football.
And I like the delay because he just hesitated, drew the backers in, and then he was gone.
It was that draw play, quarterback draw. First down 10. Ball down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
We have 2:52 left to go in the first quarter.
Lehman gets it again. And
fumble. Meese got it back, I think. Nope. Number 55 was going after it.
Well,
Collins.
Let's see. They're looking.
Brandon Collins.
Collins did get it back. Okay. Because, boy, I'll tell you what, that was a nice play. But as soon as he got see, there it is. There it is. As soon as he got it, it never did really get to him. He was knocked backwards. He touched it.
Oh, and he looked. Incomplete pass is what they called it, not a fumble.
Okay. Yeah,
Second down and 10.
He was behind the line of scrimmage. That's right. Second down, 10 yards to go for the first down. Lehman looking over to the sidelines and now is going to get the play called.
Called in there by John Daniels.
As he lets everybody know what it is. Lehman looking out into the flat and intercepted by DeLong. What a way he timed that was Mark DeLong.
Intercepted by number 5, Mac DeLong.
And had Dibert not got a hand on him, that was another 6 points for Mechanicsburg. Look at this. Jumps right in front. Got it. Took it away. And Dibert took him down right there, or that would have been Katie bar the door. It would have been another 6 points for Mechanicsburg. That's good defense. That's very good defense. And overall, I think both of these ball clubs have played fairly good defense, especially Mechanicsburg.
It always comes down to that telegraphing, looking at the quarterback's eyes, and he watched that ball all the way in.
Mm-hmm. Hurst calls it. Gives it off to Muscadre. Wants to go over that left side. Does it again. And just like that, he puts his head down and he picks up almost 5 yards.
Ball carrier, 22, Joey Muscadre.
Okay, they're going to give him just shy of the 35, so that's going to be 3 yards. Second down and 7 yards to go for the first down.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
He's had 2 plays, and let's see if this one works out any better. Conley is in the quarterback. As DeLong comes over here into the slot and split out is Noah Wolf. In the backfield by himself is Conley. He gets the snap. Little bubble screen thrown out to DeLong, and DeLong is going to pick up a couple.
About 3 yard gain there.
Yeah, that's going to be about it. As well, first of all, the ball was up in the air way too long. It gave Kenton Ridge more than enough time to get back on it and figure that defensively out. So it's going to bring up third down. Third down and about 3 to go for the first down, long 3, as the ball is across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. Third down, big third down for Mechanicsburg. They'd love to keep this going. as they started out the ball game. If you are just joining us, with a big miscue, handed it off to the linebacker for Kenton Ridge. Muscadre gets the fake, and boy, nobody was believing that. They should have just given it to Muscadre, because Muscadre had a lot of running room. Logan Hurst tried to sweep to the far side and ended up losing yards. It's going to bring up a 4th down now, and about 4.5 yards to go for that first down.
And Andrew Good is going back to receive that punt. And we have 125 and rolling in the first quarter.
And Muscadre is into kick. Well, he never left the field, but he's going to be kicking the football. Waits for the snap, low snap. Here comes the kick. Boy, this is a nice high kick. Fair catch being called for, and taking it.
32-yard line.
Yeah, and that kind of scares you. Did you see him come up for the ball? He kind of short-armed that. Don't forget to join us here online. You can, of course, let us know who you think the athlete of the week, student athlete of the week, should be. You can order your game on DVDs. You can shop your local vendors, nominate an athlete of the week, meet our sponsors, and just a whole lot more. Again, that's www.localtvforme.com. Local TV for Me Sports Network. And the whistle's going off all over the place as everybody's just kind of looking at each other. And is Dibert coming off the field?
Yeah, Divert's coming out, and coming in is number 4, Josh Hill.
Okay, so Hill is in.
And he is a freshman out there.
Now, that wasn't a timeout, was it?
Now look at looking at Dibert. What's going on? Oh,
yeah,
he has his equipment. I think is.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
okay.
Something's. I think he had to come out because of equipment. His shirt tail.
And there go the whistles. There go the flags all over the place. This is going to be a legal procedure.
Divert's back in now.
Yeah.
Little equipment violation, I think. Where it's unbuckled or something.
Yeah.
They have to come off the field.
I used to always have trouble with my girdle pads. As the ball is back at about the 26-yard line.
You had trouble wearing those on your head.
I'm not going to say it.
You confused that with your helmet, didn't
yes,
you?
Yes, I did.
Too many hits, folks.
One too many. There's a lot of space in between these ears.
Nice pass out.
Lehman, nice pass.
Long.
Out across the 35-yard line. Coming up with that catch was Andrew Good. The 5'11" senior, 150-pound wide receiver, as the ball will go to the 35-yard line. It's going to be a nice pickup, but still a long way to go. Second down now, and 13 and a half yards to go for that first down.
And here's a matchup down here at the bottom. Is going to be Dibert here on number 3, Logan Hurst.
Boy, there's a pitch going to the opposite side of the field. Jones with it. Boy, I thought he was going to get loose. He put on a little
bit of steam. Got the first down, though, I think.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. But he got to the 40, and I thought, oh, he's going to go. And then Mechanicsburg caught up with him, and no, I don't think it is a first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. He was close. 3rd down and about a yard to go for the first down.
Tackle by 8, Frank Magyar.
Magyar, as you heard in the background, up with that tackle, but boy, it sure looked like
pretty close. Look at how close that is now. They moved it even closer.
Yeah, 3rd down and inches.
Foot. Yeah, a foot.
Ball snapped back.
There we go.
Lehman gets
first down.
Oh yeah, that is the first down. Coming across there over the left side was Carson Jones. I'm impressed by this 6-foot junior. Look at this. He just he's got a good stiff arm too. But coming down and holding on was Frank Magyar.
Playing a good game defensive for the Indians.
Magyars, yeah.
And Muscadre, they're both doing double duty.
Yes,
here.
they are. And you wonder what that's going to be like as it's warm out and you get toward the end of the ball game. And we'll see.
Well, that's why you have 2-a-days, right?
Yeah, well, that's true, Gary. Speeding from one side of the field to the far side of the field is good. He's split out.
One thing this year, the 2-a-days, it was cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
It wasn't like the old days. Whistles everywhere.
Nice. And it is going to be a timeout, I think. Yeah, Kenton Ridge wants the timeout. So that was called from the sidelines as Kenton Ridge started to move the football. When we come back, it'll be first down and 10 yards to go as they are taking their time and kind of methodically moving it up the field. And we'll see if they get any pass plays in there, if they get any more. Dylan Lehman is a pretty good quarterback. He was 4th in the league, the CBC, in running and passing last year. So this kid's a good one.
And he's not very big, but he's deceptively fast.
Oh, he is.
And when you're not really big, it's a little hard to get a beat on somebody. A bigger running back, you can close pretty quickly. But when you have somebody that's like a water spider, it's tough to get him.
Yeah, we used to call him a scat back.
Yep.
And yeah, he is quick because probably on defense, and I know you had that in the years past.
Yeah.
You reach for him and you go, where'd they go?
Yeah. Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yes. All right, defensively, it's Mechanicsburg just hitting the field. There's that Kenton Ridge band.
And it's all
not
about
too many
football.
years ago played in the Macy's Day Parade.
Yeah. It's all about football here, though, with Kenton Ridge.
Well, for right now it is. Wait till halftime. Here comes Lehman. Lehman wanted to pitch it and then decided, well, I'm going to head up the field. And you know what? That was a good move as he gets it up shy of the 50 at about the 48-yard line. It's going to bring up second down at about 7 to go for the first down. Everybody looking over to this near sideline, and not much time left here in this first quarter.
That's the end of the quarter.
And that's going to do it. That is the end of the first quarter as we're at the end in a 7-7 tie. More high school football action going to be coming up on local TV for me, Sports Network. Tonight, we are from Kenton Ridge High School as the Cougars hosting the Indians of Mechanicsburg in the Allstate Hometown High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by Jim Twiggs. There's that Kenton Ridge band as Kenton Ridge lines up. They've got a second down at about 7. Lehman keeps it. He's rolling to the left. Almost caught. Tries to get away and is going to be downed by Noah Wolf. Noah Wolf was not going to be denied back there.
Well, that's a big loss. That's about a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, that goes all the way back inside the 40.
I thought he was going to get rid of it, Lee. I thought he was going to try to throw it and try to ditch that ball, and he thought about it, and he should have taken it down to the ground like he did.
Should have thrown it away. But you know what? Noah came on too quickly. All of a sudden, he was there.
Really good defense. Yep.
Yeah, very good defense from Noah Wolf and the Mechanicsburg Indians. 3rd and 17, straight up the middle, and picking up a couple across the 40. That is going to be about it. And it is going to be punt time for the Kenton Ridge Cougars.
Tackled by Noah Wolf.
Boy, Wolf is in there again. This kid's good. He's all over the field. All over the field.
Justin Peterman back there to kick the ball away.
So Peterman will be kicking the football, and he'll be kicking it to Keith Bebout. Bebout is back inside the 25, and now he backs up to the 20. So Peterman awaits the snap. Good snap. Very good snap. And this one is going to be a little short. Bebout coming up. He takes it.
Oh.
And
I can hear that from up here.
Oh, man. No, I can hear Kurt Forrest across the field.
Yeah.
What did you think you were doing?
I can see fillings on the field.
Don't talk to me about teeth, please. I've put up with a lot here in the last couple of weeks. And I'm going to have, as the teeth turn, coming up a little bit.
Look at that. The ball's on the 41-yard line.
First down 10 for Mechanicsburg. As back in there in the huddle, which stands to reason, is the junior quarterback, Logan Hurst. Here comes Bebout. I'll tell you one thing. The kid's got guts.
He does. He does.
Whoa.
He's not afraid to get a hit.
Oh,
there we go. Muscadre. Man, he just finds holes.
He
just slides through. Yeah,
yes, you're absolutely right.
He just slides off tackles. Big deal with this game and with any of the football games. You beat one block as a defender, you're going to drop Muscadre, and that's what's got to happen with Kenton Ridge.
Yeah.
Mechanicsburg Indians are getting a hat on a hat, and they're staying with it. You got to just shun one block, and you'll make that tackle on Muscadre.
Boy, that's the key, too. He picked up 3 and looked like he wasn't going to pick up any. As he was met at the line of scrimmage, but still wiggled his way forward. Guess who gets it again? Muscadre. And he does a nice cut toward the sidelines, and he'll make it down to about the 45-yard line. But again, he did it again. Snuck through that hole with a quick.
Number 31 coming up there on that tackle was Carson Jones. He was the last one to actually have a shot at him.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise, Muscadre is still running.
Well, he wouldn't still be running. He'd be running over the sideline.
He'd be coming back from the end zone, yeah.
Bebouts, bottom of your screen, split out. Hurst calls the signals.
Fake to Muscadre.
Boy, here he comes to this near sideline. Gets it to about the 40 is Logan Hurst.
Logan Hurst, the ball carrier.
And he'll pick up a couple as everybody was looking at Muscadre, and Muscadre didn't have it. That's a pickup on the play of about 4. Make it second down and about 6 yards to go. Nicely done. He puts his head down, and then he's just jammed out of bounds.
Senior Dennis Young coming up with that tackle.
As they break the huddle. Heading out wide to the top of your screen is Frank Magyar. Ball just at the 41-yard line. Second down, 6 yards to go. High snap, Conley going out into the flat. It goes to DeLong. Oh, he's got some running room. Puts his head down as he got to the 25 and drove some people back to the 20-yard line.
I'm not so sure what happened there, Lee. It looked like there might have been, I don't want to say it was a pick, but he was out there and the defender on him disappeared. I don't know what happened. It was really a strange play because the defender was right on him, and then all of a sudden he was gone. He was gone. And that was a strange play.
Could it be speed?
I don't know. Either he dropped back for some reason or he got a block that we couldn't see from our angle.
Yeah. Same quarterback in there.
Coming this way now, same play.
Now it comes. DeLong. Nice spin move, and then he's going to be rocketed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. But that was the same play, just the other side of the field.
Andrew Good in on that tackle.
Tackle by Andrew Good.
Now watch this. It looked like he was going to get away, boom, and then bam. And he's out of bounds.
Number 50 in there on there as well.
Yeah.
That's Dennis Young, the senior.
Good gang tackling. Yeah, it's going to bring up, what have we got, second down and about 7 yards, even closer to 8 yards to go for the first down.
8 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the first half.
Logan Hurst in the backfield all by his lonesome. Calls the signals.
Reverse.
Yes, Bebout with the football. Oh, he
block.
fakes it inside, heads outside. What a nice run. He's going to be dumped at about the 10-yard line. But did you see where he ducked in and everybody went for him and he headed right outside?
Number 60, the guard, Jaron Patterson, made that play happen. Otherwise, he gets tackled. That was a fabulous block by the Mechanicsburg Indian. Number
Did he set
60.
that block up?
Oh, it was a beautiful block.
All right, it's going to be, first and goal. The ball is just inside the 10. Well, I mean, just inside the 10.
Just hanging in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Bebout is out to the bottom of the screen. Guess who the running back is in the backfield?
But Scotty doesn't get it.
No, Hurst gets it again. Nice play.
And he picked up 6 yards there.
They're mixing it up. Muscadre now. Okay, Muscadre, go away. You take the fake. And that's exactly, watch this.
That's what we talked about, you know, with Muscadre, and then something else, another wrinkle shows up.
Yes. So it's going to bring up second down and goal, and they've got the ball just like it was at the 10, just inside the 5-yard line. So second and goal. 7-7, Mechanicsburg and Kenton Ridge. Well, but Mechanicsburg is trying to beat down that door right now. Let's see if Muscadre gets it on this one.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah, right over that right side. And in for the score is Muscadre. But did you see that? Logan Hurst continued with everything and still carried out the fake of passing the football. Because one time that may happen. Fake it to Muscadre, everybody goes for him, and he's got a wide open man on the field. In there to kick it, Denny Muscadre. Boy, that's the way it's going to read tomorrow in the box score. Muscadre. Oh, it's blocked. And I thought it might make it through there as it was, but it is blocked. And the way it went up in the air, I thought it may make it to the goalpost. So with this second quarter underway, as we have 7:44 remaining, it is a 13-7 ball game in favor of Mechanicsburg. Now, if you remember, we gave you what was our survey that we did. You can go on the online survey and let us know who you think is going to win. And that will encompass the next ball game coming up over at Tecumseh, as they'll be playing host to Vandalia. You can start voting on that. 70% of you that voted have your vote for Kenton Ridge. And Mechanicsburg had 30%. But Mechanicsburg's looking pretty doggone strong. I could see where Kurt Forrest said, this could be one of the strongest teams he's got across the board.
I would say maybe one of the fastest because we've
Well,
seen
that's-
teams
yes,
in the past
yes.
that were just gigantic. Here's what you're talking about, Lee.
Yeah, you can go to any one of the websites on the online survey and vote who you think is going to win. And again, we've got Tecumseh and Vandalia coming up next week. And who do you think is going to win? It's tough. It's tough early in the year.
And the best thing about this part of the season is stats don't really matter because they're not there yet. It's like, what did you do for me this week?
This week, you're exactly right.
Last year is over. Let's start from scratch.
And Tecumseh has had some rough going of it. Maybe this is their year to come back.
Oh,
Yeah, just a little short kick, caught at the 25-yard line, coming on over.
That's
getting a
Watkins,
nice
Brandon
bit
Watkins,
of Brandon Watkins. A little bit of running room, and he got every bit of it that he could. And it's going to be just across the 35 at the 36-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 yards to go. I was just looking at the Kenton Ridge Cougar, number 54, Luke Amisi. He looks like a football player.
Yeah, and he's determined, and he has that determination. He puts in the hard work, and it's really kind of neat to see him get that touchdown because the lineman, I think we've seen two in the years past. One was a Catholic Central lineman over at Northwestern that got something similar to that for a touchdown, but you don't see that too often.
Ball snap back.
You better get out of that. Get out of that
to the
hole.
far sideline is Lehman.
He got tagged.
Yeah, somebody getting up real slow from Mechanicsburg back here, but he got tagged right at the 20. Right at the line of scrimmage, 36-yard line.
Number 33 shooting in there was Jake Hurst. Jake Hurst was right on top of it with Muscadre.
And I didn't see what happened, but Noah Wolf was getting up slowly in the back of the play. But the ball is going to be maybe a loss of a half a yard, second down and 10.5 to go for the first down. 13-7, as you can see on the screen right there, as Mechanicsburg playing some pretty doggone good football right now. And so has Kenton Ridge as well. They just need a drive here. That would be lucky. Here comes Jones to this near side, and Jones puts his head down.
Ball's loose. Ball's loose. They got it back.
Boy, did you happen to catch who that was who hit him?
No, they said they got it back.
Muscadre's coming out with it.
And they say he got it back. I thought we got it back.
Wow.
We being Kenton Ridge.
There it is. Now he gets hit. Now he gets hit. Bam.
Was stripped right there.
Yeah, right there.
Muscadre strips it and just takes it, and it goes down the ground. Muscadre
gets it.
Really good job.
Cradles it right there. That's a very good job.
Really good job by Muscadre.
That's a very good job by some of our camera people right there, because that was right there on the ball. Thank you, guys. Ball is going to be in Kenton Ridge territory at the 38-yard line. First and 10.
With 6:44 left to go in the first half, this is a great opportunity for Mechanicsburg to get another score here.
All right, one man in the backfield. That happens to be the quarterback, Logan Hurst. Calls out the signals. Now he's going to roll to the right side. Watch him. He's found a little bit of an opening. He skirts it. He is open right now. He may go all the way. This may be a 38-yard scamper for a touchdown. No flags. And Mechanicsburg adds 6 more onto that scoreboard.
Touchdown, Mechanicsburg.
That was wide open as he got to the corner, and once he got that corner, I don't think he got touched. Do not think he got touched going all the way. There he is. He kind of looked behind him, and the only person that he saw was Andrew Good.
I think the big difference here, Lee, is blocking.
Oh, boy.
The blocking is the difference in this game because they're getting holes they shouldn't get.
Danny Muscadre in to kick the freshman is in there. He had the last one blocked. Hurst will hold. Nice snap. Here's the kick. It's on its way. Looks good. And as Gary said, it is good.
That's the point good.
So 20-7 in favor of Mechanicsburg, and this about halfway, Gary, through this first half. He looked behind him and saw Good on that playback, but Justin Peterman was the one who was closest to him. But at that point, that was at the goal line, and just sneaking right on in there was Logan Hurst. Nice 38-yard run. Our athlete of the week. Student athlete of the week, let's put it that way, okay? You can vote on that. You can send in nominations on that. Just go to www.localtvforme.com and suggest who you think should be the student athlete. Start voting on that right now. We will have that every week throughout the football season. Our nominations and our athlete of the week.
And back there to receive is Andrew Good, number 31, or number 1. And
it looks like Jones. Yeah, 31. So 1 and 31 back deep. And the last time Muscadre kind of pooched it.
And this is a kicker is coming up there, the other Muscadre, the younger
there it
one.
is.
And it's
It
again,
drops into the middle, hits at the
right
19.
up the middle, go.
Good picking it up. Good gets it across the 30, out to about the 32-yard line where he is downed right there. One of the numbers in on that, Gary, was Jake Hurst. So the Hurst and the Muscadres making it pretty good for Mechanicsburg.
Really impressed with Coach Forrest and the way he puts together team after team. And they're always in it. They're always in the playoffs. And it doesn't matter the size. Yeah, if you look on the sidelines, it's not really a large squad. You can see it on camera there. But they're all quality players that work really hard. And you know what it really is? It's that farm mentality of working hard on the land. And it really comes together up there in Mechanicsburg.
Boy, Lehman took his time, found his man heading across the middle. That is a nice play as Lehman waited, got good blocking, and then heading right across the middle was Jared Armstrong to come up with that catch.
Now let's give Jared Armstrong some kudos there, Lee, because how many years have we been doing this where we haven't seen a guy go across the middle?
Nobody.
And Armstrong, just like his brother, they'll go, okay, go ahead and bring it. We'll take it across the middle.
And that was a nice play, too, by Lehman. Lehman just held on. Now he's going to carry the football, head straight up the middle.
Another loose ball, another fumble.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it loose again? Mechanicsburg saying they got it.
And you're saying he's down.
And it's going to be down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something they got to work on at halftime, Lee, is ball control and blocking. Get these big bodies up there on the line for Kenton Ridge and move it.
Well, what Mechanicsburg is doing, too, they're getting good tackles, and then somebody's coming in from behind while he's still standing up and trying to rip that ball out, and they've done it.
That's a pretty stout defensive line, too, for Mechanicsburg.
Lehman out into the flat, got his man over there.
Dibert for a first down.
Dibert will cross the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Now, this is exactly the right prescription that Kenton Ridge needed.
Yeah, because that run was not working. They got Lehman's number from last year, watching the film, and how many yards he had rushing. So those things work. Those little outlet passes, and then go ahead and get Armstrong going over the middle.
And sometimes you totally forget that Lehman was number 4 in the CBC in passing. There he goes again.
Over deep.
He's got a man over the middle and just a little bit too high. That had a touchdown written all over it to Jared Armstrong. And he got his paw up there. He just couldn't bring it in. That would have been tough.
Yeah, you needed a step ladder to get to that one. And that's just being too anxious. Yeah. And also, he's a little short, too. He's not as tall as other quarterbacks. So with some of those bodies in the way, just to be safe, he went a little bit too high.
But that's not a bad deal with Armstrong. He's 6'2", and he's going in against some defenders who are a little bit shorter. That was just a little bit too high. Yeah.
Let's see if they go right back to it.
Going to pass again.
Right over the middle.
In a row. Got good. Oh! That was almost intercepted, and then it was almost caught.
I think it was enough to distract Good. Here's the pass. Look at it.
Look at Bebout one up. Good. Just couldn't get it.
Look at it. Just enough to distract him. I don't think it was tipped. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Bebout one up. Look at Good holding his head.
Well, they got to get some points here somehow. They got to get at least within the field goal range. Get something on here with 5:54 left to go in the first half.
Well, it's what, 3rd down and 10. And what you want to do, it says 3rd and 10. I thought it was 2nd down, but 3rd and 10. We'll call it right there. Ball out into the flat and into the ground, incomplete.
Muscadre on the coverage. Where has he not been? Where has Muscadre not been? Oh, probably on the bench.
He hasn't been on the bench yet. Yeah, when you say they're going to play the whole ball game, they mean it. And this is, what are they, Division 7, Mechanicsburg? And, of course, you're not going to get as many people as some of the bigger schools. But that's one thing that Kurt Forrest has done. You get in shape. You get in shape for the whole season. And that's exactly what's happening. They're calling it 4th down and 10 yards to go. Pass again. Lehman backs up. He's
wide
looking
open
over the middle. Got a man over the middle. Then he's going to get rushed. He's being chased. Now he throws it up. Is it going to get caught? Touchdown for Kenton Ridge.
We got a penalty.
Good.
We got a holding call, it looks like.
Boy, I tell you what. I hate to say that, Gary, but I think you're right. He was back there a long time.
Yeah, but you can't stop the play. If it's a legal procedure, you're going to blow the whistle.
Right, right. This just happened while the play was going on.
Helmet on the field, right there. Oh, boy. Dylan Lehman's helmet was, does he have to come out now?
Yeah, he does have to come out for a play. Well, let's see.
Right here. Watch. Here it is.
Let's see. No, there's a helmet
there.
right back here.
Oh,
There it is.
that's the
Who'd that come on?
a lineman's helmet right there.
Yeah, lineman's helmet came off.
They blew it dead.
It just went right back on. Now it comes off right there.
Yep.
But what a pass.
I thought it was Lehman's helmet because they were buckling his helmet up. Thank goodness for the quarterback doesn't have to come up from one play.
So we'll do 4th down all over again.
And maybe try to do that tip drill again.
Oh, I can tell you, Gary, in our days, back before dirt, they would have just kept the play going. Here we go. Oh, blocked.
By Muscadre. Or no, I'm sorry.
No,
number
wasn't
25.
Muscadre on that one.
Yeah, number 25 is in
Chase
there.
Probst.
Yeah, Chase Probst.
Wow,
Oh, yeah,
so it's
boy,
going to
boy.
be turned over to the Mechanicsburg Indians. How much time we got there, Gary, on that first
5
half?
minutes and 40 seconds left to go.
Wow. It'll be interesting to see what Mechanicsburg does here. As coming into the ball game, looks like Conley. Yep, Conley came back in. Coming out to this near side for Kenton Ridge will be Magyar. Splits out wide. Conley in the backfield. Conley had a rough start, but he's gotten better here and gotten healthier with a couple of plays out. And that's just to build confidence out into the flat. And he completed a couple. So let's see. He's in the backfield all by his lonesome. Rolling. Oh, he's got a man
boy,
wide open, and it's going to be thrown way too far as Frank Magyar was open.
Carson Jones just blew that coverage.
Yeah, sure did.
He was. I don't know what he was thinking. Why he pulled up on that? Because he just let his man go with no other cornerback or free safety help.
See the coaches out there saying, stay with the play.
Yeah, and keep him in front of you.
That's right. That's
Never let him get behind you.
That's the key, baby.
It's not coming your way. Just stay with her. That's all you have to do is just run with the play.
2nd down 10. Of course, that's easy for us to say.
Well, having done it, you know not to let him. Oh man!
Did you look at Hurst? He was getting ready to get hit and turned sideways
and got 3 more yards.
Wow! So instead of a pickup of maybe 5 yards on the play, look at this where they're going to spot it. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 to go for the Mechanicsburg Indians.
With 5 minutes left to go.
Big play.
Kenton Ridge cannot afford to have another score by these Indians right now going into the halftime.
And, of course, on the other side of the record, you want to see Mechanicsburg. They do. Hold on to the football.
Right.
Muscadre with it.
Oh.
Well, there's an easy 1st down. Did you see him zigzag through there and then sticking his arm out and coming up with the tackle was Dennis Young. But, boy, Muscadre. Is he something else?
I just can't imagine his footwork. The footwork is impeccable. And they just don't – they're trying to hit him and knock him down. They got to get low and tackle him and bring him down.
And they haven't been.
And they're kind of getting, well, you got to remember that Kenton Ridge has been on the field a little bit here on the defensive side for quite a while, and they're a little winded right now.
And they had to do some chasing, too. With the football, Conley. So he's going to pick up some, and he's still going.
He's taking the whole Kenton Ridge team with him. There's one standing, that's Zach Forsey.
Well, let me see. There's Good that was standing back here, and he kind of watched and, come on, would you get him down?
There's
what
Zach
a nice
Forsey,
play.
number 62.
But you got to somebody like that with Conley, you got to watch those kind of plays, I think, because sometimes you forget you're carrying the football, and somebody pulls it out of there. But as it was, he got himself 7 yards, so it's 2nd down at about 3. Ball is at the 42-yard line. They just got to get it inside the 40. Hand up the middle, and I want to tell you what made that play. As he got the football, number 25, Chase Probst, he got the ball, and then he just kind of slowed up a little bit and went by everybody.
Chase Probst, the ball carrier.
Wow. That's incredible the way they're setting up their running game.
By 12, Brandon Watkins.
Well, it's the blocking and the discipline of the Indians, really knowing what they have to do, whose man they have to take, and who gets the linebacker in the second line of defense. There's this stop right now.
Look at this, and he still gets yards. I think he's going to get a 1st down. Probst got the ball again and just would not go down. You hit the nail on the head earlier. What Mechanicsburg is doing is they're holding onto the blocks. and they're just not
And they're
giving
going
up.
to the second level.
Yeah,
They're-
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, the ball at the 32-yard line. First down, 10.
3 minutes to go in the first half.
20-7 in favor of Mechanicsburg, and they were down 7-0, and they could have really folded with what happened.
25, Props.
Boy, Props has got it again.
That's just like going through butter, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And how do you stop that every single time?
Well, you got to beat a block. That's all you have to do is beat one block, and you mess everything up. But nobody's doing that right now.
Incredible. Third down now and about 3 yards to go for the first down. And Mechanicsburg do want to hold on to it as they are chewing up time on that clock. And you're keeping that defense on the field from Kenton Ridge. Hurst calls the signals. Props gets it again, puts his head down, goes over the right side.
And somebody made a tackle there. Zach Forshey brought him down.
And it looks like he's just shy of the 35-yard line, which is going to be about a yard short. I mean, just inches shy. Look where that ball's sitting down there.
Cordell and Forshey in on that tackle.
Fourth down, 4th and 1.
This is an important down here. They can shut them down here. They have 2 minutes left to go to try to do something to get on the scoreboard.
And plenty of time. You don't have to throw long passes and everything
Well, I
else.
think they'd be happy just to get in the locker room without another score.
Well, I think you're right. Hurst with it. Props has
And
got
he
it.
got the first down.
As he gets it.
No,
well,
he might
let's
not.
see.
No,
he
did
may not
He
have.
did not get it. Good stop by Kenton Ridge.
Yeah, because where they are spotting it, it's going to be still about a yard shy.
Yeah, so good defense. They finally got that.
No gain. Watch it. I thought he had it.
And they get
But then coming across here, making a very nice play. Very nice play there is Jared Armstrong.
Yeah, Armstrong and Dybert doing a good job here.
Yeah.
Armstrong being the senior and Dybert the junior.
So first down, 10 yards to go for Kenton Ridge.
142 left.
142 remaining.
45-yard line.
You better get to your pork chop early. There's the snap back. Lehman looking. He's got a man going deep, but it actually was going for. Well,
looking for
Mechanicsburg
Dybert.
had a better shot at it.
Yeah, he's looking for Dybert. But
Yeah.
For Dybert.
Back there was Keith Bebout. Well, he's played a good ball game. This whole defense has made themselves known out here.
Bebout.
And did you notice Muscadre got some resting time in that last drive?
and Props. I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
what do you lose?
Nothing.
Not a whole lot. Maybe a little bit of quickness, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
that is about it. Lehman out into the flat, got a man
boy.
open, and that was a great play by Joey Muscadre. Put that arm up there and just got in the way, and Peterman could not follow it.
For Mechanicsburg, Joey Muscadre.
Lehman throws a nice ball, but he's been high.
And he's being pressured, too.
I'm
by
going to check his
Mechanicsburg.
footwork, too, on this, just to see.
Yeah, but he's being pressured
Well,
by
he is.
Mechanicsburg.
Yeah, he
They got
is.
4 down linemen. And look at them dropping 4-3 there.
Well, and defensively,
Look at him drop him back.
Yeah, look,
Watch, he's going to get hit.
Look, he's going to get hit, and he's going to go down.
That's what I'm saying. These
One,
get pressured.
2, 3.
You cannot hold the ball that long.
Wow.
And we have 1:25 left.
By number 33,
And they're going to kick it away, just like that.
Well, they only took about 20 seconds off the clock. Look at that.
Kicks tail.
Wow.
And I don't know if you want to do that. I think
Yeah.
you want to run it and get back in that locker room and regroup.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Because now you're going to give Mechanicsburg a whole minute and a half almost.
Oh, don't forget, coming up, Security National Bank at halftime.
That
We
throw
are
for
gonna-
dough, oh boy, that's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. And we had a couple winners.
Throw for dough.
Last
We-
year we had 2, did we not?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
For $500.
And we've got $50 to the cheerleaders that the school's athletic fund is going to get automatically for doing nothing. But if you throw it right on through the target, you have got yourself $500.
Yeah, and Pat Rastatter's going to be there with us from Security National Bank. Boy, they sure do a lot for us in supporting the high school sports in this area.
That's the key, Gary, supporting high school football, basketball as well.
Back in punt formation.
Heading back will be, Peterman?
Yeah, Peter.
Justin Peterman will stand back at about his 5-yard line. And he'll probably...
Bebout's going to catch this ball, and he's going to take it into a wall, whether they're there or not. I mean, last time he ran right into everybody, just got right back up.
That scared me.
Well, I could hear the hit from up here. Oh, boy, a high snap.
Oh, high snap. He's got nowhere to go, but he's got running room. Look out. Can he make it?
Nope.
Nope. Peterman going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
He's
That's
been
going to be
better off
well
doing
short.
a rugby kick.
Yeah.
Justin Peterman carries the ball off the snap.
Well, this is going to put Mechanicsburg in some really good
By number 20,
territory.
Noah Wolf.
As the ball, let's see where they spot it finally. It should be inside the 25-yard line at about the 20, we'll call it the 23. First down and 10 for the Mechanicsburg Indians.
This has got to be a real big stop by Kenton Ridge because they
has to be.
At halftime they got a lot to work on, mostly blocking and shoring up that defensive line.
Right.
They got to get They got to get to the backfield and get to Muscadri before he gets that second effort and that next stride.
Conley's in there.
He's wide
Conley's
open in the end
looking,
zone.
Bebout in the end zone. Touchdown. Conley put that ball up there.
Beautiful
and,
pass. Beautiful pass.
Keith, there was an assignment miss somewhere. Keith Bebout was so open that sometimes that's the hardest catch you make in the season. Being that open, you start thinking, I better catch it. I better catch it.
Was that a 33-yard field goal pass? What did that end up being?
That ended up being I'm trying to see where they had it spotted.
They moved the marker there, and
yeah, it was about 28 yards. Yeah. It was just inside the 30. As Muscadri, this is the first time that Muscadri hasn't scored a touchdown. But yet a Muscadri is going to kick for the extra point. It's up. It's a line drive. Did it make it through?
Yeah,
it did. It did.
27-7.
27-7. And we're just about done with a half of football. And for the 70% that voted for Kenton Ridge, you're kind of on the edge of going over a cliff. Well, we'll see.
We're so sure. You're used to seeing Kenton Ridge come out of the very first game of the season really putting it on people.
They did
and then
last year.
falling off, and then all of a sudden now they have a lot of their weapons back, and they're starting off in the wrong direction.
Yeah, because I think they rocketed Northeastern last year pretty bad. 45 to something. I can't remember the exact score, yeah. All right, putting the tee down at the 40-yard line is Danny Muscadri, the freshman kicker. So he is 3 for 4 tonight on the extra points. And Good is back deep along with Jones. Jones on the far side of the field if you're looking at that TV. And we're just about ready to go. Not much time left in this first half. It's been all Mechanicsburg other than the big mistake in the first quarter.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's just a little bitty pooch coming up to get the football. A little bit of running room in there.
1 minute and 8 seconds left to go. So 4 scores there.
So coming up with that football, it looked like it was number 35, and that being Jordan Miller. So Miller actually did pretty well. He brings it across the 40 to the 41-yard line, where it's going to be first down and 10. There's a lot of, look at this, Gary. A lot of these heads that are going down and just real slow movement from the Kenton Ridge ball players. 4 men up front. Everybody else is back. Lehman looking, nowhere to go, breaking through, and look at that. Look at that from.
Look at that guy, number 54.
Yeah. 54 being Landon Stapleton.
Man, what a hit. 51 was it Caden Coleman? That's what it was.
Is it Caden Coleman?
Yeah, that number looked like a 4, but it's 51.
Okay.
Caden Coleman,
Coleman.
Big kid. This is the difference, of these two teams. Who was in the weight room in April? Mechanicsburg or Kenton Ridge? And as what you're looking at right now. That's the big difference right here.
And who wants it the most?
Yeah, who wants to, you look at some of the teams that are in the top winning teams. They're in that weight room in April.
Well, Lehman again, and it's intercepted. Heading upfield where there's Mark DeLong. DeLong cutting back to the middle of the field. Now he goes to the near sideline. One man trying to catch him and going to be downed right there.
Yep.
And dumping him real good was Calvin Dybert.
Lehman's pass
13 seconds left to go.
was intended for number 35, George
That's
Miller,
amazing.
intercepted by number 5,
That's his second
Matt
interception
Long,
tonight.
Yeah.
and he was then tackled by number 28,
And
Calvin
they're going to
Diver.
spot the ball just outside the 25 at the 26-yard line.
Mechanicsburg
It
ball,
is going to be first down and 10 yards to go.
Kenton Ridge 26.
Now DeLong will head off the field. Coming into the ball game is Colin Hartley. So he is in for Mechanicsburg. And Conley is still in the quarterback. He's the freshman. Heading out wide to the right is Frank Magyar. Magyar has come up with a couple of nice completions.
Here's another pass play.
And throwing it in the direction of Magyar. But did a nice job. Conley did do a nice job just getting rid of the football.
8.5 seconds left to go in the first half.
And look at the score, folks. Look at the score, 27-7.
Here at Kenton Ridge
Yes,
to kick off football 2018.
both of these ball clubs. Well, I just have to go by what Coach Forrest said. This could be the best ball club he's had. Second down.
Probably the best depth he's had.
Yeah, I
at
think.
running
Yeah,
back.
yeah, maybe not the best. Although
Overall.
there goes Hurst. He cuts it up. Now
Holy
cuts
moly.
it toward the middle. It's going to go down. And how much time we got? Did we get a timeout called?
3, Logan Hurst, the ball carrier.
9/10.
Tackled by 12.
9/10 of
Brandon
a
Watkins.
second left.
Yep, one more play to get it into the end zone.
And the ball's at the 12-yard line. Timeout is called by Mechanicsburg. Now, let me ask you, Gary. Do you try?
Mechanicsburg.
Yeah, now watch him. Watch him. And he's been doing this all night.
Look at the pursuit.
Miss. He turns his body, goes down, and timeout's called. That's a smart football team. 11-yard line. Going to be first and goal. Do you try for the field goal, or do you try to get it into the end zone?
Well, you got one shot. You're up, what, 27?
20 points, yeah.
27. I don't really think it matters at this point. I don't know how. We haven't seen them kick warming up before the game, so I don't know. I just know that the kicking game is a little more risky here in high school than it is in college, and that's what you recruit for in college as a high school kicker. But I can see them just going to the end. The way they're doing it now, there's no reason to kick it. Just go for that pass and see if they can get poor pass coverage.
Or hand it to Muscadre.
Yeah, and let him go in.
Yeah.
And he's in the backfield right now.
Right next to Hurst, and Hurst has been doing a good job, as has Props.
Last play of the first half, and it's a reverse.
Reverse, a double reverse. And they've got it set up for the screen pass. Muscadre just cannot hold his balance. He tripped over some legs there, and that is going to do it. Tonight, the end of the first half of action here at Kenton Ridge High School is the Cougars hosting the Indians and down 27-7 on the Allstate Hometown High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by Jim Twiggs, right here on your local TV for me, Sports Network. And we are here at halftime. We're right here at Kenton Ridge High School as it started out pretty good for Kenton Ridge. But boy, it's going downhill from that as they are losing right now 27-7. Now let's check out some of the stats and some of the scoring and see how we got to that point, Gary Littell.
I look at Kenton Ridge with rushing. 16 yards is all, and that's with the loss of yardage. And look at Mechanicsburg, 236 just pounding them. 56 yards passing from Kenton Ridge, 50 for Mechanicsburg. First down, 6 for the Cougars, and then the Indians with 12. Turnovers, 3 for Kenton Ridge, and that one major one was for Mechanicsburg that went for a touchdown. And that was basically the first score of the game by Misi. He scored the first touchdown. And the second one was Muscadre.
Yes.
He was a 40-yard scamper. And then the third score came with a 6-yard run from, guess who? Muscadre. And that brought it up to 13-7. And then the fourth score was a run by Hurst. A beautiful 36-yard scamper. and that put Mechanicsburg up 20-7. And then the last one that we just saw here, Bebout, 30 yards passing, pass play, and that went into the end zone, and that's where we are right now with the score of 27-7.
Boy, and when you have a pass thrown to you like Bebout did, and you got nobody around you, you start thinking and thinking, and he caught it. And that's the way we stand right now at halftime, 27-7. Hey, let's give away some money. We're going to do that with our Throw for Dough, brought to you by Security National Bank on the Allstate Hometown High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Jim Twiggs on the local TV for me, Sports Network. And here we go. It is time for the Throw for Dough, brought to you by Security National Bank and the local TV for me, Sports Network. Both of the schools in tonight's game have chosen a cheerleader to try to throw a football through the special Throw for Dough banner. And just for participating, each school's athletic department is going to receive $50 from Security National Bank. And if you are successful, the school's athletic department will receive a donation of $500. We'd like to see you put your hands together for the Security National Bank, Pat Bratstetter. Pat! Our first contestant is from Mechanicsburg High School. It is Ellie Schipper. And Ellie, good luck. Throw it through. Oh, yes! Ellie, take a bow. You just got $500 for the athletic department. Now, representing your Canton Ridge Cougars is Aubrey Atkins. And good luck to you, Aubrey. Let's give away a grand tonight. It slipped. Thanks for participating. We certainly appreciate it. If you want more information on our Throw for Dough, log on to www.localtvforme.com.
You can do all of that with those handoffs.
Yes.
And run that, the up the gut, dive. But with this type of an offense, it's pretty predictable where it's going to go.
And at this point, you've got to get some big yardage. Third down now, and about, 6 yards to go for the first down.
Andrew Good down here low.
He backs up as a couple of men come over from the left side to the right side.
Look for Dibert to
Lehman keeps it again. There he goes. He's off to the races, folks.
Touchdown.
Bam, he's in. That in itself was a 30-yard carry for the touchdown. As coming up with the score, Lehman, and this is the kid that they're going to have to watch now, and this is something that I think they should have been doing all along as the first score with 9:21 remaining in the third quarter.
Why does that work? Blocking.
Blocking, yeah.
It does not work without the blocking. They did not have that at all in the first half.
And plus, he did, the ball is kicked up. Is it good?
He got it through.
Yes, it is good. So it is Kent Ridge adding 7 to the scoreboard as it is now 27-14 and slowly turning into a football game. But as you had said, Gary, the blocking, but as you had said, the handling of the football, that Dylan Lehman did just a fantastic job. Especially the one play where the kid was in motion coming to him. He faked it. He took it up the middle for 20 yards.
It's that kind of offense that if you're not really on it as a quarterback, that ball can be bobbled, that ball can be fumbled. And I think Dylan Lehman said, you know what, my 2 picks, that's enough.
That's enough. I
need to get us back in this game and being the leader like he should be. And he's only a junior, so he's still young. Last year as a sophomore league, he did a tremendous job for Canton Ridge.
Yeah, he was fourth in rushing and passing.
The thing that Canton Ridge needs to do is every single player needs to look at themselves as being valuable. You're not just showing up because you can, nobody gets cut.
Yes.
You got to be able to participate and give something to the team.
Well, you have to. That's a must.
If you're on the field, you got to perform.
DeLong and Muscadri back deep, and either one of those guys can take it all the way, too. They stand back at about the 5-yard line, just inside the 5. Pushing the football. Here's another nice kick. coming up to get it, and it rolls around to Long.
And
Lets it go out of bounds.
Yep.
Yep, and it's going to be Mechanicsburg's football. There goes the flag.
Kick rolls out of bounds.
And almost hit the Long. He had to jump back, or it would have been a live ball. Right? It's a live ball anyway on a kickoff. So it'll be Mechanicsburg going on offense. First down, 10 yards to go. We are here in the third quarter from Kenton Ridge High School. And I know that, of course, what we have on Facebook and on Twitter is we let you pick who you think is going to be the winner of the ball game. And you can do that anytime. And it's just our online survey. And 70% of you picked Kenton Ridge going in for tonight.
And that's over 100 people that voted on it.
Well over 100 people, yes. So the ball is at the 35-yard line of Mechanicsburg as they will put their first offensive plays in the book for the second half. Muscadre with it. Yeah, Muscadre's kind of starting off where he left off.
Yeah. You think he got some oranges at halftime?
The ball carrier.
He's going to pick up 6 on that, make it second down and about 4. Well, yeah, second down and about 4.
You got Jared Armstrong on offense doing a good job on defense as well. You got Calvin Dybert doing well on defense and offense. Luke Meese scored the first touchdown. You got Brandon Collins, Dennis Young, all these players, they're seniors, doing a good job. The younger guys got to step up a little bit and help them out.
And with the football, Muscadre gets it again.
Oh, boy.
Now he cuts to the middle, trying to get away, and it's going to be caught.
Saving
but he
tackle.
was just running through a lot of Cougars, takes it all the way across into Cougar territory at about the 40-yard line. Let's see where they officially mark it. Inside the 40 at the 39.
Ethan Yaller, number 49, makes that tackle. He's not very big. He's a sophomore. But I'll tell you what, that Ethan Yaller can fly. If somebody's going to catch Muscadre, it's going to be Ethan Yaller.
What is it that Muscadre's got at it?
It's that footwork. It's just the plain old footwork. He makes that cut up field. This is a grass field, too. It's really hard to do that.
Yes, it is.
Look at him
pass
cut.
handed off to Muscadre. Muscadre's got the far sideline. There he goes. And tripped up from behind. And Kenton Ridge is lucky. It would have been 33-14. That quick. 2 plays, and they are down the field all the way into Kenton Ridge territory at about the 16-yard line.
Luke Meese, the guy that scored the touchdown, the first possession of Mechanicsburg, made that tackle. Shoestring tackle. So he's stepping up, but they're on the field quite a bit. Shut down. What you want to do is shut down Mechanicsburg, get that ball back, because you've got a quarterback that can get it down to the end zone pretty quickly.
We just saw that.
In Lehman. But you can't be on the field this long when you're playing both ways. Here's the pass.
Conley with the ball. Here's the pass downfield.
Oh, what a play.
What a defensive play.
Beautiful play.
Going up to knock that away, and I believe it was Brandon Watkins.
Yeah, Brandon Watkins. He went up in the air that time and got it.
Yes, because that had touchdown written all over it.
Kind of nice hang time there from him, too, wasn't it? It just seemed like he just hung up there for a while, and then almost like that Air Jordan shot you see.
And I think with Conley, had he got a little bit more zip, that would have been a touchdown. As he did, he tried to finesse it in there and almost got it.
15 seconds left on the play clock here.
All right.
It hasn't been an issue at all night long.
No.
Muscadre,
guess what? He's going to take it straight up the middle, and guess what? He picks up positive yardage. I love the way Hurst does that. He carries that fake all the way through. You don't see a lot of quarterbacks do that. They just hand it off and turn around. This kid is just carrying it all the way.
What was the GWAC game we saw where it was that bunch offense? You remember the school where we couldn't see it? No cameraman on the planet could see who had that.
What was that?
I mean, it was like, where's Waldo? Amazing game down there in, I think it was down in Kettering. I can't remember, but it was.
Muscadre's got it again. What a nice move to get to the outside to pick up the first down.
And that's it. If you can deceive the defense by hiding the ball, it's so much of an advantage.
Well, he was dead to rights, Gary. He was dead to rights as he hit in. Then he veered outside just as it was like a pinball. Bang, 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 and he's gone. He's got first down. And it's first down and goal. Ball is at the 3-yard line.
And that's the 13th first down for Mechanicsburg.
And the one thing that Mechanicsburg has been able to do, even with that bad timing at the very beginning of the ball game, they answered and came right back. Hurst taking his time, going to call out the signals. There goes Muscadre heading for the pylon. Did he get it in? Touchdown.
22, Jerry Muscadri.
From 3 yards out.
Touchdown, Mechanicsburg.
Add 6 more to that. You've got just, I'm glad we've got people down there that can add. I look at that going, please, come on, give me the score. 33-14. Trying to make it with the extra point. And we've got the Muscadri boys in there again. And coming up will be Danny Muscadri, who will be trying to kick it through. Holding it will be Logan Hurst for Mechanicsburg. Now, Muscadri did have 1 block early in the ball game on the second score, I think it was. Here's the kick.
Almost
it's on
blocked
its way.
there,
Yeah, it was. It's good. It is good. So,
That's a point good by number 4.
34 points now for
Muscadri.
Mechanicsburg, and we still got 6:54 left in this third quarter. What do you think about that, Gary?
It's the 7th score in this game, and it's been all Mechanicsburg. They are really seasoned athletes over there by Coach Forrest. He's done a great job this summer. You know, you go up there to Mechanicsburg to talk to them and see what kind of team they have. And this, you know, the community up there is Mixins and Fixins, a great restaurant in town. There's Dave Kale. They get a lot of support from the people that are in that town. And that really fires them up, too, because they don't want to disappoint anybody. And how many, you know, this is what we're talking about, the 19 years we've been doing this together. And I don't think we've ever seen a dud Mechanicsburg team.
No.
I don't think it's ever been.
They've always been competitive, really competitive.
And they've had some big boys, because when you said Mechanicsburg years ago, you were looking at some meat coming into your city to play some football. But this team is a little more lean, but they are quick and very, very well disciplined.
Leaner, meaner, and faster.
And coach, they have a great coach,
yes,
for us. So
you coach with what you got, and that's exactly what he does.
And it's not college, and you got to remember they are kids. Some of them 15 years old out there.
All right, here we go. 6:54 remaining in this third quarter. Muscadri low liner will bounce at about the 20 and will go out of bounds.
That's helpful for Kenton Ridge.
Goes out of bounds.
So that'll be brought out to the 35-yard line. So pretty good field position for Kenton Ridge.
Kenton Ridge, first and 10.
And again, just like they came out in the third quarter, Gary, I mean, they're playing from a deficit, so they've got to make every single possession count.
Oh, you bet. You bet.
Everyone.
And the best thing that Kenton Ridge has going for them is they can throw the ball as well. It's not like they're just a run and gun. They have both weapons. They can run and throw the ball. They don't have to pound it up the middle, and they have that luxury that they can throw the ball to get back in a ball game.
Well, and Dylan Lehman can do it all.
But now discipline here for Kenton Ridge.
We'll see. Here comes the rush. Here comes the pass. Nice pass. Right over the middle. Running loose at the 40-yard line.
Dibert.
Whoa, Calvin Dibert just went up. And that was a good pass from Lehman, too.
Dibert started playing football.
Calvin Dibert.
Calvin Dibert just called his dad's name, had the ball. Jacob Dibert is his dad. And Calvin Dibert. But he just started playing in the 8th grade. And the coach Parkins,
that's incredible,
that was up here in the press box with us, they won the CBC then. But that's, you know, as a sophomore, he was on the first team.
And so he's basically been playing about 4 years. All right, Lehman looking.
Get rid of it.
Being rushed. High lob pass will go out of bounds.
We got roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think we might.
Oh, block in the back. Number 52, I think, is getting blocked.
Yes, boy, he is bending over and he's shaking his head and he's going, what happened? Why did I do that? And they're talking it over.
5, Matt DeLong, flag on the play.
So instead of another good play by Lehman and getting rid of the ball, getting it out of bounds and saving possession, this is going to cost him. So there's 5. And
he's trying to protect his quarterback. I can see how that happens.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Penalty against Kenton Ridge.
Because you lose Lehman out at this point in the game, it's going to be tough to do anything.
In the season, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, the ball's going to go back to the Kenton Ridge, let's call it the 46-yard line. And it's going to be first down and a long way to go. They've got to get the ball down inside Mechanicsburg's 30-yard line, almost down to the 25-yard line. So they've got a long, long way to go. Here's the snap. Jones gets the fake. Here comes Lehman, and this time he's going to be caught. He's going to be double-teamed as he just started to get up ahead of steam.
Also, you got to remember, Lee, at this time of night, that light's changed quite a bit.
Yes.
It's a little darker down there. When you had the early part of the game, you got that sunlight, you could see a little more clearly down there on the field. And now with the shadows and kind of the darkness of this field, just overall kind of a dark field.
Yes.
It's a little hard to see who has that ball. Then Mechanicsburg's covering pretty well right now with it.
Second down and a mile to go. Lehman with a nice fake. Throws it up over the middle. Got Divert. Divert catches the ball, but I'll tell you one thing.
That's short for the first down.
That was a nice tackle from Hurst.
Divert got that right to the center of the field, but you got a timeout here. Timeout Mechanicsburg.
But Logan Hurst was right there. He did a nice job. Tackle. And he had good defense on him. He was just trailing him just a bit. 34-14 is the score. It is Mechanicsburg over Kenton Ridge, Gary.
And there's the coach down there, and that's the guy that just came over from Wittenberg, John Daniels, talking to his team, trying to get them fired up. They were really high having him come into town because he really brings a lot from Wittenberg with Coach Fincham over there and that whole program, and he's really done a lot with these young kids. And he's a really nice guy and excited to be part of Kenton Ridge football. Then you look on the other side of the field, there he is, Coach Forrest. Look at him. That's the kind of leadership he has with his Mechanicsburg Indians. Yep, positive.
Boy. And
negativity never works, does it?
No. And if you just miss the pass interception, you're down there and they catch the ball on you, he doesn't pull you to the side and start pushing on you. He goes, hey, come on, let's get him next time. I'd hate to be a defensive back.
Here we go, third down and long.
10 yards to go.
Yep.
Got to get the ball down inside the 30. Here comes Lehman looking to this side. He's got a man open. Good at the 30, 25. He's going to get to the 20. And then thrown out of bounds.
Got the first down.
There.
Lehman's pass complete.
And it's Hurst.
Andrew Good.
And Good is getting up a little slow. He's got
hamstring.
He's got a cramp.
Yeah, a hamstring or a cramp.
Yeah, one or the other. Let's hope it's a cramp.
I hope it's a cramp because it's I would imagine that's what it was because it wasn't. Well, we don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
And we got another Macy's looking a little strained as he comes off too.
Also, with this Kenton Ridge Ball Club, they're just not quitting. This is great because they were down, and I mean down big time.
Well, you had mentioned that their heads were kind of down on that line at the end of the first half. And I think, when you have a young coach in there, or not a young, well, he is a young coach.
Yeah.
Compared to us, everybody's young, right? John Daniels comes over from from Wittenberg, and brings a lot to the party, and they buy into it. And I think, with Joel Murata's one wonderful coach, been there forever. They also added a new guy, Zach Kress, and he's been doing a lot. A lot of the young guys look up to these guys and have had that experience, but it's kind of a new phase. You got Coach Murata. Well, he's calling his defense. He's doing that. He's making those calls. Plus, he's the head coach. He's been there. But you get that new blood, and it really kind of works with the young guys because they know that he's going to be there a while. They hope, So.
And you've got a lot of enthusiasm coming in as well, and that rubs off on the
I want to talk about one player while we have a second there. Drew Miller, number 9.
Yes.
Dislocated his shoulder.
I saw
or his elbow, excuse me, in a scrimmage, which was pointless. But we hope to see him back, and we wish Drew the very best.
Look at Lehman.
Oh!
And that just went straight up in the air. It's going to go just like it did. And he's scurrying down the field, not ever going to be caught. Nobody's going to get close. And coming up with the score, looked like Gabe Chandler. I checked that. Number 28, Kix Teal.
Kix Teal.
Yeah.
Fumble recovery by number 28, Kix Teal.
But there is a flag back here at about the 50-yard line.
He takes it into the end zone. There's a flag on the play.
So we'll see what that is. They're going to talk things over. That's
kind
almost
of deja vu, the first play of the
game
for Macy.
Yes, that is deja vu. It happened all over again. And they're talking things over, so we'll see.
And we're going to see it. He definitely was not down because I think it bounced off of him. Yeah, let's see what this call is here. There we go.
Touchdown.
Sideline warning.
For Kenton Ridge, right?
No, from Mechanicsburg.
You sure?
Touchdown stands, penalty, sideline warning against Mechanicsburg.
Okay, you were right. Oh, there go the lights. Boy, don't do this to me again.
Instead of a running clock, they're going to have running lights.
Muscatry will try to kick the extra point.
Yeah. Everybody. We need our PA announcer to announce everybody turn on their phones.
Extra point good by Muscadre.
That extra point was
Out of the hold
good.
of Hurst.
That made
And a snap
Gary,
upfield.
look at the score right now, 41-14. Would you have thought?
Not with the weapons that Kenton Ridge, should have had that return, but just line-wise and that the depth in the line. And Kenton Ridge has been on that field a long time. And again, it comes back to weight room, weight room, weight room. April, get in the weight room. I don't care if you don't think you're going to make the team. You'll make the team if you're in that weight room working hard. Because look at the guys on the other side of the field. They're doing not only the weight room, they're throwing bales of hay on tractors and trucks and doing some really hard labor. So it's not just, hanging out and thinking you're going to play some football. You really have to be disciplined and get in there. How badly do you want it?
That's the key. How badly do you want it? All right, Mechanicsburg will be kicking off. We can get some lights on.
Kenny Muscadre.
So Gary's going to go out and try to get everybody here to turn their telephones on with lights. Yeah, everybody in the stands, turn your phones on, and we'll do much better.
You're asking Fred over here, the PA announcer, to have everybody turn their phones on. The lights are down on.
Ball at the 20. Picked up right there, coming across. Andrew Good with the foot. Oh, nice move by Good.
He could.
He could go all the way, but he was a run out of bounds this time by number 29, Gabe Chandler.
48-yard line.
Down by number 29, Gabe
48-yard line.
So with the football, it'll be good field position for Kenton Ridge, and it will be at the 49-yard line. Now, I think if I'm Kenton Ridge, I'm going, because they like to throw the football. Do you keep going, or do you just wait till they get the lights back on?
Well, you just throw it to the dark spot.
Kenton Ridge has first and 10 from
throw to the dark spot and see who comes up with it.
Line.
We had that at Shawnee, remember, when the whole power went up?
Oh, my God, the whole thing.
That was the funniest thing in the world. Lee Riley was calling the play like he's at the 50, he's at the 40, and it was pitch black. All you could see was lights.
Where'd he go?
All you could see where everybody's telephone light was on. It's funny. Telephone, that shows my age. The cell phone.
Cell phone, yeah. Telephone. I said something the other day.
Coach Forrest is saying, I can't see over here.
Yeah, come on, please. See, back in our days, it used to be everybody light their lighter.
Or the cars would pull up.
Yes.
Right? The cars would pull up with their headlights on.
Had that when I played 8th grade ball one time. The headlights.
Head to the Pontiac and cut left.
Of course, back in those days, you light up one of those, it lights up the whole field.
Shot clock looks good, though.
Yeah, Julia brought up a nice thing here. Can't we just keep going the other way into the lights?
Yeah, half field, play half field football.
Yeah.
Half court.
Half court. Yeah. I think that's what they're thinking about, too.
Well, that's what happened at Shawnee. Some guy pulled into the, drove right into the light
Drove right
pole.
into the light pole. You're right.
Yeah, and he became famous because I think we made him that way.
Yeah, we certainly gave him a lot of, just a lot of props, that's for sure.
I think he was the last to leave so nobody would see who did it. Well, we're going where next week here?
Next week, we're going to go over to Tecumseh, and they have fallen on some pretty tough times as far as football is concerned. And we'll see what they have got, is they're going to be hosting the Vandalia Butler Aviators. So we'll see.
Let's see where we're going to go. It might be they might even do a running clock here. I don't know, Lee.
Well, it's got to be 30 points.
Yeah, but with the lights or with the facilities.
And that's what we're doing. We're turning it around, and everybody is going to be going to the same goal.
This is a half-court football, folks.
It is half-court football.
Field and play toward the line it in, folks. I'm sure you all figured that out by now.
People back are going, I told you. What a Gary and I know. Here comes Lehman. Tries to get rid of it, and he almost got tagged, and he is going to get tagged, but he gets away. How'd he do that? Whoa.
Dylan Lehman, the ball carrier.
Who ends up stopping him? It looked like Keith
Tackled by
Coleman.
51.
He's just hanging on to that ball way too long.
Coleman.
He can't be doing that. Granted, he's trying to get deep with his receivers, but you got to release that ball. He's holding that about 6 seconds if you count it.
Well, he has to with the defenders back here. They're just, you know.
They're just hanging back
yeah,
because they know it's coming.
Yeah.
They're keeping everybody in front of them.
All right, 17 seconds. The play clock is down to plenty of time.
4:36 on the clock.
Second down and 9 yards to go. There goes Lehman straight up the middle. And then he's going to get tagged again right as he got the 45-yard line. He was just nailed right there.
51.
Made a couple of more yards out of it.
And 60. Jaron Patterson.
So it's going to be down to the about the 43-yard line. Still going to bring up third down, and about 5 yards to go for the first down, Gary.
This is where you do that outlet pass that they've had some success just to get that to the end of the. They're going to talk about it exactly right now as the offensive coordinator comes on over there.
And over at Local TV for me, get connected. And you can get connected. Look at that. Facebook, you can get Twitter, community events, sports stories, contests, videos, www.localtvforme.com. We just enjoy being here with you. And make sure you get connected with us all the time. And we'll let you know what's going on. As a matter of fact, again, www.localtvforme.com and get connected with us. Gary and I just love talking to everybody. All right, so it's going to bring up a second down? No, check that, third down and about 5 yards to go.
Third and 4.
Yeah, about 4 yards, 4.5 yards.
Third and 4.
4.5. He's going 4. No, 4.5.
What'd you say?
4.5.
Well, this is interesting. This is first time this is ever half-court football.
Yeah.
Half-field football. And the far banks of lights right behind the quarterback are out on.
Well, Lehman got his man out here, got him just across the 40 and out of the 35, and keeping running with the football is Brandon Watkins.
12, Brandon Watkins.
So if you look at your TV there on the far right-hand side, away from us is the bank of lights that's out. And all the other lights are on. So out of the 4 lights that you would have, only 3 are working. So it makes that far side a little bit dark to the right behind the. It's not bad down here, but about where the referee is standing, it's really dark, and that's Rob Breimer. Oh, nice catch.
Nice catch. Nice defense. Coming up with the football was Jared Armstrong. He's got some nice hands. Wow. I mean, he was just like glue. The defender was on him.
Well, that's Jared, his brother Jeremy.
Yeah.
Great Kenton Ridge football player here.
Third down and 3-yard pickup, 3rd and 7.
I love this. One thing about this field, if you look at the fences over there, those are the dads. Well, they can't sit still in the stands.
There goes Lehman. He starts. He wanted to pitch it, and then found himself some running room. And he got
6 yards. Get 6 yards, huh? 7 yards maybe.
Yeah, and he got. He got to the 25-yard line, so that's going to be about 2 yards. Third down and 2. 3, 4.
3 minutes left to go in the third
3 minutes left to go. I'm getting numbers thrown at me, fingers up there like this, and I'm going, I took one too many hits on the head to follow that. Lehman looking at it in the flat. Now he's going to run the football. Nice play. Oof. It almost worked out like a quarterback draw.
Lehman the ball carrier.
Good tackle in there by number 33, just blasting through there.
Sure
Jake Hurst. Jake
ball.
Hurst is playing some good football for Mechanicsburg there. And I like number 21 back there. Bebout is playing that safety position. And you got your 2 corners. You got some speed there. But if you look at the line, there's just a couple. Right in the middle of the line are the big boys, of course. But look at that line for Mechanicsburg. That's like the Mechanicsburg line of old days. Look at those 4 down linemen there. There's some big size there.
Kurt Forrest says he's got some great linebackers. Handoff there to Jones. Let's see if he made it. Looks like, well, let's see.
31, Carson Jones, the ball carrier.
They might have to measure this.
Yeah, they may have to. They're going to have to take a look at that.
Jake Hurst.
They got enough light.
Time is being called, the official timeout.
An official measurement.
So it'll be, they'll bring those chains across, and we'll see. Kurt Forrest was over there going, it's our ball, it's our ball.
Yeah, you don't need to measure, it's good.
No, it's good, it's our ball.
Yeah, we have always have a good time talking with Coach Forrest.
Here comes the chain gang.
So we are down to 2 minutes left to go in the third
quarter. Yeah.
Partial lighting. As George Carlin would say, forecast for tonight, dark.
Okay, they're going to stretch the chains.
No, it is. They didn't get
There
it.
it is. Did not get it.
Oh boy, that could be.
That could be a death knell right there.
They needed that badly.
Look at Andrew Good back here. He's just.
Well, you can't get down now. You can't get down now. Just fire back, stop them, and get that ball back. You got a whole another quarter to go here, and you got a quarterback with Lehman that can score pretty quickly. In the years past, they've scored 21 points in one quarter easily. So they're not out of this yet.
No.
They got to keep their heads up and keep on plugging.
But I will say here, Gary, if Mechanicsburg hang on to it and gets another
and run
score,
some time
then,
and run that clock down.
Pretty much write that one goodbye.
Yep. And then I think you got to get some of your younger guys. I always say that involved.
But you have to,
because your big guys have been out there, and you got to save them.
Muscadre.
Oh, look at this!
And they hand it off.
They've done that
now
twice
the pass
tonight.
out in the flat to Muscadre.
They've done this twice tonight.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what he got there. If he lost yards, I think he lost a little bit.
He lost with 3, throwing the ball to number 22.
Yeah, that play, Gary, I would put that on the shelf and burn it.
Well, watch it. Here it is. Pitch back.
There it is. Now
halfback, and
then
I'd like to see Muscadre pass it on that last one.
Oh, yeah.
Across the field, because everybody went that way.
Yes.
If you're going to do that, a razzle-dazzle, I think you're done with it. Like you said, just put that back in the tool bags.
Yeah,
in the toolbox.
Shove it, throw some kerosene on it.
Here he comes this way.
Muscadre. Boy,
I don't understand how he can go forward like that.
Did you see him coming that way? He's just kind of picking his places. He's just looking.
22.
Really good eye and visual down the field. He doesn't just see where his feet are. He looks like you're supposed to drive. You're supposed to look down the road, not just look at your hood. And that's exactly how he runs.
Third down now, and about 6 yards to go for the first down.
Now, Kent Ridge does not need to get down on themselves here.
No.
They are playing a good Mechanicsburg football team. And Kenton Ridge has to understand they are a young team.
But sometimes you can go into a ball game. They're Division 7. Remember what Shawnee used to do with Catholic Central?
Yep. Oh,
nope.
Too much time. Play clock.
Yep. That doesn't help your situation, but
flag on the play.
Helps Kenton Ridge.
It's going to bring up, it does help Kenton Ridge. So they're going to march it back. It's going to still be third down, but instead of about 6 yards to go, it's going to be 11 yards to go for the first down. They're in this third quarter of action. Now Conley is back into the ball game, and Kurt Forrest said he would be using 2 quarterbacks. Now,
he changed that early, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, because Conley was having just a tough time, and the freshman was, and didn't want to ruin him too much.
Well, as a freshman, that's scary. You're out there with
very scary.
Basically grown men.
I saw Mechanicsburg is taking the timeout, but I saw Kurt walking down here by the chains, just shaking his head, and he kind of threw his arms up in the air like, this isn't right, and he got the timeout. So Mechanicsburg has used, all but one. Kenton Ridge has a couple of timeouts left as we'll be heading into the fourth quarter. And boy, sometimes you sit there and you go, don't use them too much. Try to get it out of there without using them.
Well, look where they are. They're down to 1. There's the crowd having a good time up there. Kenton Ridge trying to make a basket there.
There's
a slam dunk.
Nice dunk.
That was a slam dunk there. Beach balls.
How many times have we seen that throughout the years where they go up and do a slam dunk and miss it? Hit the back of it. All right, here's
Kenton Ridge Parade Band there.
Yes. And here we stand at third down and 11. Third quarter. Mechanicsburg's football. Conley is still in the ball game at quarterback for Mechanicsburg. Fakes it to Muscadre. Looking down the middle. Got Bebop. He's got it.
What a beautiful pass. What a beautiful pass.
Now that one, Gary, he just threw it easy, and Bebop ran under it and just kept going. Watch this. Nice touch.
And 12,
laid it right up there.
And it wasn't bad coverage.
No, he did get behind him, but they stayed with him.
He did. Wow.
It was not bad coverage, is exactly right, but that was just a beautifully thrown ball right where it's supposed to drop. Oh, it's a nice touch.
And I looked up and I saw him going the other way. I said, now what's the penalty? Now they're going to go to the lights.
Fooled you, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did.
You're so hard to keep up with.
I am.
Mechanicsburg first and 10.
Thanks,
on the
Mark.
Kenton Ridge, 41.
Ball hit the 41
I'm
yard
thinking
line.
the same thing.
Oh yeah, we got a whole bank of lights that just went out, and that's why they're trying to keep it where it's even for everybody.
We said it was that southwest area.
Well, there goes Muscadri. How many times have we called this? And Muscadri is going to take it almost down to the 35-yard line. And
Tackle by 34, Jordan Ward.
what is that, Gary? About 6 yards?
About
During the
about
quarter
5
break,
yards.
you can watch
So
the
it's
big
going to bring up
plays
second
of the
down and
game so
5.
far
And
on the
that is going to
Jumbo
wrap it up, I
field.
believe. Is that the end of the third quarter? I'm trying to see the clock.
Yes, it is.
Third quarter ends with Mechanicsburg leading this ball game in the fourth quarter. Coming up on a local TV for me, Sports Network. We are back, starting the fourth quarter. I thought they were supposed to change the way they went. What?
Don't go there. The lights are out.
Yeah, the lights are out, boys and girls. All right, it is Mechanicsburg's football.
What would happen if this was a swim meet?
You go halfway, you turn around. There goes Muscadri.
Oh, boy.
He's got the corner. He's got the center of the field, and he finally goes down.
Right at the 20.
Yeah, right at the 20-yard
He's just
line.
remarkable. And I just,
Muscadri, the ball
how
carrier.
he can, I mean, there's going to be some ice at home tonight. And this weekend, he's going to be in an ice tub. Because this guy has just played his heart out tonight. It's just phenomenal. I just hope to see him, that he stays healthy all season long.
But what was the back for USC that was so good for years? You watched him play for Oakland, and he and the
Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen said a good running back knows when to cut and doesn't see it.
Yeah, and he knows when
He
to go
feels
down
it.
when he feels that pressure coming. That's what he did at the end of his career with the Raiders. Of course, he and Al Davis didn't have a really good relationship at that time.
No, they didn't.
But he would go down if he thought he was going to get hit. Then he was traded to Kansas City, and that was it.
Yeah, but he still played well.
Yeah. Oh no. He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's no, but he knew at the end of his career to get down. And
Don't
he didn't
carry.
get hurt. It's like Muscadri's going to the outside again. Look at that. Look at this.
I don't think it was 22 this time. I think it was 25. Props.
Props, the ball carrier.
And Props, boy, it
Tackle
got
by
you too. It got me
34,
earlier.
Jordan
Yeah.
Ward, and 23,
So
Jared
it's going to
Armstrong.
be second down and about 6 yards to go for the first down. Lights are out. Lights are out on my head too
For the 10th time.
tonight.
Yeah, the 10th time we mentioned that.
Rebounds coming over to this near side.
Did I mention the lights were out?
No, you didn't. Why are they out? Come-
25, Chase Props, the ball carrier.
You know, that's another thing that when you take a look at Kurt Forrest, he
Tackle
knows
by-
how to use his players too. Muscadri getting a nice
32,
rest.
Robert
Props
Porter,
goes
a
in,
lot of
and like
help.
you said, you may lose a tick on the clock, but otherwise, you got a good ball player
You
there.
know what? One thing too with Muscadri, you're in this ball game. It's 41-14, and nobody really does it. It's kind of you're done for the night.
Yeah,
You know, you want them to play, but you don't want.
don't want him to get hurt.
Well, look at what happened to the great cornerback for KR, Drew Miller,
Yes.
in a scrimmage. Look at
Look at
Forrest
the
over
coach.
there on
You
the
see the coaching
sideline.
staff, yeah.
Look at
It's
this,
pitch coming to this near side, or check that. Hurst keeps it.
right down
and
to the
takes it.
5-yard line.
Logan Hurst, the ball carrier.
And they do a lot of, I don't know that you can teach that.
32,
They do a lot
Robert
of
Portal.
ducking in and then going the opposite direction.
Well, they're waiting for those blocks to
Yeah.
develop, and they do
And they're
just
setting them up.
and they
Yeah.
do a wonderful
Pittsburgh,
job.
first and goal from the 5.
And at this time of the game, it might not be as fast or as crisp as Forrest would like, but they're still getting the area and the coverage of the blocking on that side of the field. So
yeah, they sure are.
really impressed with Mechanicsburg tonight. And again, Kent Ridge doesn't have. They're a young team. They got a ways to go, and just keep plugging away.
Yeah. Now, this whole bunch here needs to come up with about 12 wins if
Ooh,
they
there-
can this year.
there
Drops
we go.
with the football.
Wide
He
open.
goes outside, and he's just.
Well, look at the Cougars on the ground. That tells you who was blocked.
Yeah, Props just dipped in once and headed to that pylon, and everybody just, I don't want to say they gave up. He just outran them.
Yeah, Caden Coleman. That's the guard, number 51 we've talked about. He has done a great job laying down blocks.
Yes.
and we've mentioned him quite a few times tonight. You don't really get to mention the lineman that often. It's all, here's Props going in. Here's Muscadre. This kid right here, Caden Coleman, is really the real deal there for that line.
Seems like there's some, yes, they're looking for another player to come in to that lineup. They were one short. So there's Muscadre. He will be trying the extra point. He's made them all tonight except one. Needs this for the 48th point. It's up. It's on its way. Low line drive, and it got it.
Scooted in.
Yeah, sure did. So make it 48-14.
That's score
here
number
in
9.
this fourth quarter, and there's
9th scoring drive right there.
There's still some time left in this fourth quarter, Gary Littell.
On the hold of Logan Hurst. And out of the snap of Aaron Conway.
And if you're taking a look at some of the Mechanicsburg players, as we got the camera on them right now, you can see that it started. That's because a whole bank of lights went out, so we're heading into one direction constantly. It'll be Kenton Ridge with the football, and then they will turn around and go the other way. Allstate Good Hands Player of the Game Award, we'll have that coming up here in just a bit as well. And I don't know, I'm scratching my head, Gary. I'm going to leave this all up to you.
Doing some stats here for us.
Okay. So,
2 scores for Kenton Ridge. Macy scored, and then the touchdown. That's it.
That's it.
And I'll tell you what, for Mechanicsburg, we have 9 scores. So 7 of those with Mechanicsburg. They're really, that's running. That's also passing. Really well balanced. And I think anybody that's playing high school football, these days, well, you've seen it. They have a wishbone or whatever they did. They live and die by just running. You got to have a balanced offense, and that's what Mechanicsburg has.
I always liked how they always said America's team has got this great offense. They're always, and somebody said no, they just move before the ball snapped, and then they play football. Down at the 20-yard line, it's caught right there. Good is heading, and then he tries to head to this near side, and just going to be down by, guess who?
Muscadre.
Joey Muscadre.
That kid is all over the field.
I am really, and I think it's only because they're Division 7. And it's like, yeah. And you're going, how are they doing this? They're doing this because they really have bought into everything here. Wow. So now what will happen here is Kenton Ridge will have the football, and once they get to the 50-yard line, then they'll turn it around and head the other way because of the lights that are out here at the stadium. Lehman with it, looking out in that flat, and throws it too low.
Oh, it went off his body. It went off his body, ricocheted.
Did it ricochet in the air?
Well, we're going to watch right now. That's just something else.
My God. And who got that, Muscadre?
Ricochet.
That's who got it.
Ricochet.
Muscadre got it.
Lehman's pass intended for 12. Watkins
bounced off his hand. That's happened a couple times.
Picked off by number 22.
3 times tonight.
Yeah.
Three deflections, actually 4. Remember that
touchdown,
the touchdown in the end zone was called back.
Yes.
Mechanicsburg.
Okay, it's going to be Mechanicsburg's football.
10.
And Joey Muscadre.
Kenton Ridge 23.
Wow, 48-14. Ball at the 23-yard line. Oh, yeah. Ball at the 23-yard line. Mechanicsburg's ball. B-bounce comes down to the bottom of your screen, folks, as Hurst calls the signals. Handing it off to Props. Props has got running room over that far side. Heads to the sideline, and he'll take it. It looks like right to about the 15-yard line. As it is Mechanicsburg just having their way tonight. And Kenton Ridge wants a timeout. What was it? Joel, I guess, got on the field and says, we need to talk this over. Let's try to get these guys stopped.
There's 8 minutes and 52 seconds left to go.
But still, you can play football to where you're going, okay, we kind of turned this around in the fourth quarter, but they need to do something. And you are right. I never.
Coach Forrest over there talking to his team.
Talking.
Still coaching. Look at the score, folks. It's 48-14. Of course, Joel Moradas has his team out on the field. He called the timeout, but he's going, we still have a ways to go. I like what we're doing. Muscadre, I like what you're doing. Props don't like what you're doing. And more importantly, Let's look around for him. Let's find him, the big guy, number 51, Caden Coleman. You're doing a heck of a job.
Heck of a job, my son.
And it's not often that we get a chance to talk about a lineman, but I'm just so impressed by this kid because three of the touchdown scores were due to blocks by him.
Blocks, that's right.
They never get enough credit.
Just the way these running backs, and you can see one running back for a team do that, set things up, but every one of them sets things up. Hurst does, Muscadri does, Props does.
Well, on this drive right now, if you at home, watch that line. Don't necessarily watch the backfield because we know what can happen back there.
Yeah.
Watch what the line does and how they work together as a unit.
All right, Hurst is still in there at quarterback. Calls the sickness.
Guard pulled.
Yeah.
Oh, he
slipped and fell. Gabe Chandler took that football and just could not get it going. He lost his footing. Is that about the only thing that's going wrong tonight for this ball club? That the blocked extra point.
But you know those guards are pulling, the center's pulling.
Yeah.
And it's it's always fun at home to watch. Everybody wants to watch that ball, the snap, and the halfback or who gets it. But it's sometimes fun just to watch that line and watch them move people aside and create that hole that makes a running back look so impressive.
Third down, 4 yards to go. This would be the time of the ball game if they don't make the first down to try for a field goal. Handoff going over to the right side, and it's going to be close.
Good defensive play there.
Yeah, it was a good defensive play.
Gabe Chandler, the ball carrier.
And that's what you got to do if you can't reach. You got to just keep going. Boy got up off the bottom of that pile. That was looks like Brandon Collins. Is that right?
Yeah, and Ethan Smith.
Okay.
Coming up off Ethan Smith plays rugby. He's a senior, 6'2", 270-pounder, big boy.
Boy, there is a sport.
And that's a sport, rugby, and he and his brothers play that quite a bit.
It's just like football, except they wear no helmets.
Yeah.
I think that's where I went wrong. Put your head down and block. No, I don't think so.
You sure you didn't play rugby?
I did. Here comes Hurst. Heads up the middle and then goes out to the right side. And I think the spin move is going to get him a first down.
Easy first down with that.
Yeah. So another first down, right just short of the 10-yard line. So I think it's going to be about 11 minutes with 6:40 remaining here in the ball game. 48-14. Who's going out?
There's the clock. He's rolling it.
Okay, Levi Adams went out of the ball game. Nothing wrong. He just went out of the ball game. I want to see. I'd like to see another pass. I don't think they're going to pass, but Bebout is just.
Oh yeah, down
there's
here at the
another
bottom.
ball player.
Yeah, he is.
Gosh,
they are loaded. They are loaded with some really good players.
Now they got Conley in here. He's already thrown the touchdown pass to him. High snap. Going to hand it off. Boy, nice cutback. Look at that cutback.
Gabe Chandler.
29.
Gabe Chandler.
You're right. Gabe Chandler. Absolutely. Did you see that cutback?
Haven't seen him too often on that one. Oh, he's taking over from Muscadri.
Now watch this cutback. I think it's, look at it. Bam. There he goes.
You can't teach that.
No.
And you played running back. I mean, my guess is you were A-gap right up the center and
Oh,
mow
God,
him down.
yeah.
But the footwork back to, like you were saying, a Marcus Allen that can kind of glide. And that's kind of surprises with me with Jared Armstrong. He was doing a lot of running back stuff last year, but they split him out too as a wide receiver. But I'd like to see him in that backfield with this team to kind of take off some pressure off of Lehman.
Well, they have to. Yeah, because Lehman came in the second half.
He can't carry it at all.
No, he can't. Conley hands it off and going over the right side. Is there a fumble there? No, they're just trying to get him down.
That's the scrum.
Yeah.
That's the Smith boys in there.
Chandler carries the ball.
Okay, Chandler takes it even further in. It's going to bring up a third down.
Last 5 minutes left to go in this ball game.
Devin Tuggle.
Third down and goal from just inside the 5. Let's call it the 4-yard line. So third and goal from the 4. As Kurt Forrest comes out onto the field and gives Conley. You know, I have noticed, Gary, you talk about that all the time, but Logan Hurst, I don't think he may see another play.
I think that's smart. I think that's smart.
And I don't think Muscadri should see another one either.
And Drew Miller
Yeah.
for Kenton Ridge should have not have seen another play on the scrimmage and hurt his elbow.
Hand off again, and he's been loading
Chandler,
just
the ball carrier.
carrying the mail here in this this drive.
Tackle by
Gabe Chandler.
Ward.
Let's see, he got maybe a half a yard, so it's still at just inside the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and goal from there.
You know, that's something we talked about in the years past. How effective are those scrimmages? You know, because you're setting your, unless everybody wears a red hat.
Yes.
You know, and just basically a walkthrough. I don't like it, but
I don't either. But it's changed here.
Yeah, no, it has. No, it has. You know.
Here comes Conley trying to sweep. Is he going to catch the corner?
And
He
he's
dives.
in.
Did he
He's
get
in.
in?
He's in.
Touchdown for Mechanicsburg. Put 7 more on there. 55 to 14.
Touchdown Mechanicsburg.
And, you know, they're going to take a look at this. Boy, they really ran the score up. But Kurt Forrest didn't run the score up. He just ran the football. He could have done whatever he wanted to do on that 4th down, but decided, well, we're just going to run it. Here comes the extra point as Hurst in the ball game again. And he will be holding for Danny Muscadri. You know, you're talking about Joey Muscadri going to have to get iced down. So is he.
Not quite as much as his
No,
brother.
not quite as much. Another line drive kick. There's
no,
a
he did
flag.
miss that. He missed that one.
That's the point. No good.
No good, and the penalty is on who?
Yeah,
we're trying to. Yeah, this looks like it was on Mechanicsburg, because Mechanicsburg and Kenton Ridge both heading to their respective benches, and the officials are still talking it over.
3:44 left to go in this ball game. Kind of looking at the scoring drives early. Beginning of the ball game was a fumble recovered by Misi, then Muscadre, and then Muscadre, and then Hurst scores, and then Be About.
Now this
picking up the
was
flag here. Let's see what they're going to do. Yeah.
well, the official called personal foul on Kenton Ridge.
Oh boy!
And so they're going to try this all over again. So Danny Muscadre gets a reprieve, and will try to kick this one through. Or maybe they don't try to kick it through and just try to run it across for 2.
Penalty against Kenton Ridge. Try the extra point. Got a do-over.
I kept watching the officials. They kept talking and talking and talking, and finally the referee said that was a foul on Kenton Ridge. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 54 to 14. I said 55 too early. Danny Muscadre. Snap. It's high. Muscadre kicks
he got
it
through.
And did it
No,
get,
he
no,
didn't.
it was wide to the right. Wide to the
Extra
right.
point, no good. Wide to the right.
So he'll be probably practicing his extra points next week. You know, it's amazing because the coaches, and I can say this now because it's pretty much over with, but Kurt Forrest said this is probably one of the better teams that he has had. And he's had some good ball clubs. But he said across the board, the best team. And I'm going, no, okay, it's just a lot of being enthusiastic about the season starting.
Sure.
But boy, he does.
Well, he proved it tonight.
Boy, he does. Can you see the knees of the people in the Ohio Heritage Conference now? Oh, no.
Yeah, and they're going, well, we might be run out of here. But again,
if they can keep this intensity up.
On any given day, though, you know, it depends on how. I mean, who would you key on? Well, basically, you had to key on the running back. Then you keyed on the running backs for Mechanicsburg. What they do? They went to the air, so they have that balanced attack.
And that's something that he told me that they really wanted to do this year, because last year the running yardage almost doubled what the passing yardage was. And that's okay, but when you get into tournament play, you want to have a well-balanced football team.
That gate good and
Muscadre
Stone.
caught back at about the 15-yard line by
good.
Good.
Yep.
Good gets it to the
Nice
30-yard line. Boy, is dragging people with it.
Nice return.
Yeah, very nice return. Gets it out to about the 31-yard line.
And you like to see that. You know the score, what the score is. You're there playing your position, and you're doing the best job you can.
Well,
the other guys have to look at themselves saying, you know what, we got to play a lot better next week.
And I played, on some teams that were like 9-1. The one team, it was like 2-8. But even though the 2-8 team, you
still play.
You just turned it off, and you just played. How can you play for a team like that? What's a team, Scott?
It's called a team.
Yeah. Heading out wide to the top of your screen is Brandon Watkins. He's had a couple of nice catches so far this evening. Trying to go wide to that left side was number 15.
Kalen Lehman.
Kalen Lehman.
15.
And I'm trying to think. Dylan Lehman is not in there. Noah Moore. Noah Moore, I think, is in there playing quarterback.
Yeah, and there's no reason to have
you're right.
Dylan out there.
You're right.
You know, I mean, he's your team.
Well, you saw that
and you got to get some, but you got to get some work to another quarterback because he could go down.
And I think what proved out is it worked out for Mechanicsburg tonight, as Conley threw a couple of nice passes. Going out into the flat and going out of bounds as soon as he caught the football was Brandon Watkins. So they're going to be at about the 33-yard line, and that's still going to make it a long way to go. 3rd down and 8.
2:25 left to go in the game.
Score right now. You can see it on your screen. If you're just tuning in, you're going, what the world happened? Well, they met a buzzsaw tonight, Kenton Ridge did. They met a real good football team. 54-14.
First time we've heard the band in the second half.
Yeah.
That might have helped them out a little bit.
All right, wide to the right, double slotted to that left side, I should say, top of your screen. Pass over the middle.
Lights are back on. Good job, Lee.
We can keep going. We don't have to turn it around.
Lee moved his foot off that fuse box.
I did. Actually, I took the wire and crimped it.
pass complete to number 4.
Now everybody will be confused. Well, what direction do you want to go now? I was getting used to going that way.
I'm going my way.
It was kind of like NASCAR. We're going to a left, a left, a left, a left.
Oops, he turned right. Not good.
Yeah. Yellow flag.
4th down, and with that 4th down, about 3 yards to go. As Kenton Ridge will be booting the football away.
1:12 left to go in this game.
Knocked around on the ground. Here comes the rush, but he gets it away.
He got it back and got it off.
And everybody from Mechanicsburg is just going to stay away from the football.
30-yard line's where it's down.
30-yard line.
Down by Kenton Ridge on the 30-yard
And it'll be Mechanicsburg who'll be able to go in the right direction.
Mechanicsburg.
So, well, you and I are getting up like a couple of old men. Well, we are.
I was going to call for the trainer a little bit earlier. Cramping up.
Who's got the Ben Gay? Athlete of the week? Right here, www.localtvforme.com. But how about listening live? Yep. And we've got everything. Just go to the website, check it out. www.localtvforme.com. You can check the weather on there. You can do our student athlete of the week. You can meet our sponsors. Plus, right now you can also go to it and you can vote for our next ball game. Who's going to win it? Who is going to win it? Is it going to be Tecumseh? Going to be Vandalia Butler? You put it down. You were wrong this week. It was 70% for Kenton Ridge, 30% for Mechanicsburg. I'm not a betting man, but if those 30% would have bet.
Penalty against Mechanicsburg, delay a game.
Delay a game here, and they're just running out this clock. There it goes, 20 seconds left.
That's it. Everybody's leaving the field, and
that's the end of the ball game.
Yeah, that is just about going to do it.
We can put this one to bed, as it was a 55-14 victory for Mechanicsburg over the Kenton Ridge Cougars. We'll have our post-game report coming up. And, of course, the Player of the Game Award right after this on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
We are back. It's the post-game reports, as it was, and something I'm probably like a lot of you I'm still kind of in awe of the final score, 54-14 in favor of Mechanicsburg. Not that Mechanicsburg shouldn't have won, it's how they did win. And here's how we got to that final score, Gary.
Well, in the second half, we had our sixth score of the ball game, and that was just all of a sudden it was Lehman comes down and scores the second touchdown for Kenton Ridge. It's a 14-27 ball game. We thought, well, hey, we might have a ball game here. And then bang, here he comes back again, a 3-yard Muscadre run.
Muscadre, yeah.
And that was at 6:54 on the and this is in the third quarter, 34-14. Then comes Kix Teal on a fumble return that bounced off of Lehman's chest as he hit the ground, and he went 55 yards for a touchdown. That made it 41-14. And then props. All these names are different. We've heard about Muscadre all night long, but listen to this. Props goes 8 yards run, 48-14. And then number 10 is the number 10 score and final one tonight. Conley goes in with a 4-yard run, 54-14. Mechanicsburg Indians are for real.
And look at them. They're over there talking to their folks, and everybody pretty doggone happy right now at this point, Gary. And let's do it. Our All-States Player of the Game Award is brought to you by Jim Twiggs. And this week, the Player of the Game Award winner is who, Gary?
Well, I think you can probably guess which one this is. Number 22, Joey Muscadre, senior. Congratulations, you are our All-State Good Hands Player of the Game.
And the All-State Player of the Game Award brought to you by Jim Twiggs. There he is, running down the field, and that's what he did all night, Joey Muscadre. Again, Joey Muscadre, congratulations to you. Don't forget to join us again next Friday night from Tecumseh High School as the Arrows are going to be hosting the Vandalia Butler Aviators. On behalf of Gary Littell, this is yours truly, Lee Riley, wishing everyone a very pleasant good evening.